We are live.
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, there it is. Okay, we're good.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Hunger Heat. I'm a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats Steak, aka the Warden. Together, we host the Friday Night Feast. Now, this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show you how to do it, and we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. We hope you can tune in sometime. We have you over for dinner. Today's video is actually a live stream. We've actually decided we're going to start doing these every Sunday at 1 o'clock. It's so much easier than having to edit another video. And y'all have been amazing. The turnout and the support for this has been outstanding. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. And what are we talking about on Sundays?
A little bit of everything, mostly my MS. Any questions y'all got?
What's MS?
It's horrible is what it is.
What does it mean?
It's just, honestly, it threw a whole big old wrench in my plans. I'm not happy about it.
Well, what does it mean? What is MS?
I can't even pronounce it correctly. It's multiple something or another.
Sclerosis.
That too. It's a neurological disease. It means what I figured out after I had an MRI, I have lesions on my brain. It is an autoimmune disease that very, very badly affects me. So much so, I've had to forego doing jury duty because, especially this time, it was during the pandemic era, and they were holding it at a stadium. Imagine the crowd there. So I have to avoid places like that. And it was very important for me. I still carry it with me. I wear my mask when I go out and do stuff. I carry it in my pocket every single day, just in case.
Yeah, because the medication, can lower his immune system.
Right.
But what else did it do when you had a flare up? Because I think this is the. I feel like this speaks best to eating the way we eat, eating a very clean, very healthy diet. Because when you had a flare up, what happened?
I wasn't able to walk.
So you were having to use what?
I was using a cane. First, a walker and a cane.
Yeah.
And honestly, it really, really affected me because I wasn't even able to get myself up. She wasn't able to help me. We had to call EMS. We had to do it 3 times, right, to come out and help me because I fell and couldn't get myself up.
Yeah. And then also, what about bathing? Could you take a shower by yourself?
No, luckily, she already had this done before we got together. But in her the master bathroom and the shower, she has a seat. It folds up and down. I was able to at least, and we have one of those wands. So I was able to sit down and bathe myself that way. And luckily, I was able to. We ordered online a couple of hand bars. I put one because the way our bathroom is set up, there's the toilet's right here, and there's a side wall, and then the rest of it, that area is the shower. So right there on that wall, on the edge, I was able to install that bar to help me get up. I was able to use it when I get up and down off the toilet and get in and out of the shower. So that was very, very handy. And then she also ordered, because she ordered she had hired it done, and they did a full surround on the shower. So I didn't want to drill anything into that finish and weaken it or damage it in any way. So she ordered off of Amazon some suction cup hand bars also.
Yeah.
And those worked really, really well for a while. Then all of a sudden they just, in the middle of the night, when they spooked us the first time it happened, they just fell.
Yeah.
So I didn't really trust using them really because I didn't know when they're going to come loose.
Right. But so you went from using a walker, you felt even uneasy sitting in a regular chair because you felt like you could fall out of the chair.
Yeah. Right. I had to have armrest on the chair just to make sure I was in there. Yeah. In fact, when I started doing my DDPY, he has a whole section on there where he does it. It's called chair force. You do all your exercises from the chair. I actually did it on the couch because I felt more comfortable.
Yeah, because he was scared on the chair he would fall out trying to do the move. So he started on the couch, y'all, and by eating very low carb, very clean. We weren't going out to eat during this period.
That's true too.
We were eating very, very strict keto and very low carb, almost carnivore.
Right.
Yeah, I think at the time you'd still have your mushrooms and jalapenos, but basically it was a good.
I called it carnivore adjacent.
Right. And through that, you then got to where, and by doing the DDPY, keeping up activity, then you are now, as we showed last week, and we didn't really get to talk about it, now you're able to get out there and cut tree limbs and everything else.
So yeah, because we had a couple of trees fall down in our yard, and I had to cut them up and then take them to the front, by the street so the garbage guys can come get them. And we had once a week they do large, heavy trash pickup, and I just left them out there long, and they didn't pick them up. So then we were reading about it, and they said they has to be under 5 foot for them to pick them up. So I took them and cut them all down to 4 foot or smaller. They still didn't pick it up. So then I cut them up smaller and put them in a garbage can, stuck it out to the street, and they took them finally.
Yeah. So I just
got to play the game.
I think that's amazing. And that's why I feel like and that has now been, I think, going on about 2, maybe 3 years.
Right. Almost a little over 3, I think.
Yeah, because you're at
diagnosed.
What is this?
Week 175.
175. So divide that by 52.
Today actually starts 176.
Okay. So in about 3 years, you have not had another flare-up.
Right.
And you've had 2 MRIs since then, and you have not had any new lesions.
Correct. I think it's the diet, honestly.
Yeah. So that just, to me, that's a testament of, it's keto. 2 things, not just your diet, but yes, be a very clean diet, because you could tell when you start kind of getting what people would call dirty keto, when you're drinking diet sodas and all that.
Especially.
You start having issues again.
Yeah.
And your movement, DDPY. So again, I know a lot of people say, well, with keto, you don't have to exercise, but maybe you don't for keto to lose weight if that's what you're trying to do. But I think if you're trying to look at health and look at the future, right? It isn't just how are you feeling today? You have to do something where your older self will thank your younger self for you putting in the time today to do those physical activities.
And honestly, I think I booby-trapped myself too, because I was doing so well with the DDPY. I thought I was cured and didn't need to do it anymore, so I just started skipping it.
Yep. And what happened?
Actually put me in regression.
Yeah.
So I had to start over a couple of spots to get my movement back to where I want to be. So now I'm steadfast. I do it at least 4 days a week now. At least.
And I know, because I'm one of those, I hate exercise. I'll tell you that straight up. I hate it with a passion. So I try to do more intentional exercises. So every day I do start with doing some squats, and I just do that like 5 minutes, y'all. I'm not saying you need to put in hours at the gym here. I would never follow through with that long term, right? I might be good at doing that for a month or 2, but it ain't going to last long term. So it helps in the minute just to get things going, use up some cortisol, do some squats, and then I try to do intentional exercises such as sweeping around the house, cleaning in the house, dusting, because if you think about it, you're getting down, you're squat to clean, you stand up, you're doing movements, any kind of movement like that.
What's that one meme on Facebook I've seen before though? So today I went to the gym. Tomorrow I might actually go in.
Right. So just doing stuff like that, where it's intentional exercises that, can keep you going and moving, I think is important. So it's not so much, you have to go get cardio or you have to go do these workouts at the gym. Like, how is it you're going to be able to lift groceries from your vehicle to your house in 20 years? And so doing exercises that would help with that.
Yeah.
And, again, just your older self will thank your younger self for doing it. So just think of that every day, or at least this is how I am on days where I'm like, I just don't feel like it. I go, but you know what? Shelly in 20 years will thank me for it.
Right.
And so that's what I do to just kind of kind of motivate myself a little bit because I absolutely hate exercise. So,
and the thing with my DDPY too, because it has a little roster. You go through a schedule, and it just I know it doesn't really affect me like physically, financially, anything like that. But when I do miss a day, I'm pulling up. Say I missed yesterday, and I'm pulling up to start today's. I see that missed stamp he puts on there. It just makes me feel bad. I feel self-defeat.
Right. Well, and I think too, if you do like cleaning the house, like even today, I was like, man, I wish we had enough money where I could just hire it done. But then I'm like, okay, but you're saving money by doing it yourself, and that is your own exercises. So, like, I spent about 40 minutes dusting the house and sweeping it, and that's continual exercise for 40 minutes. Now, is that going to get? It's probably not as effective as other exercises, but I'm doing it. I'm saving money. And overall, I think it is healthy, especially like doing that exercise first in the morning. I'm at a fasted state. And they say when you exercise at a fasted state, it has better returns for that. So that's why I'm like, well, I'll just do it then. Well, we put up a question. What's your favorite smoked meat? Because here in a few minutes, we're going to show you what we did yesterday.
We got a new twist on an old favorite.
Yes. But I want to say, because I see there's a lot of people in here, so I want to start.
Hello, everyone.
And see who all's here today. I do see that someone we haven't seen in a while on Sunday has showed up.
Oh, really?
And she's awake now, I guess.
She needs an apple, huh?
L. Strange said, prepping up a storm here at Casa Strange. I have the crock pot, Instant Pot, and the stove going. I'll be listening. Wow. I'm excited to hear what you're making.
You know my standard rule. You need to post pictures. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Air fried auntie said, 4 minutes to grab another mug of coffee. Hey, I got my coffee right here. And look, this is our mug, which is at our store that we link below. Mama Bear Lynette is here. She said, I just made myself another cup of coffee. Nice. Sitting down to do some alterations and listen to the MS Journey report.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. And then she said, ready for a round of storms to hit soon again. Right?
Yeah, because you know what it did? It knocked down another tree I got to chop up. I just don't want to go out there and get it yet because I don't want to drudge through the mud.
Yeah, because it's a swamp in our backyard.
Yeah.
But
it's drying up a little bit. It's not as ugly as it was this morning, but I still don't want to walk through there.
It still drains pretty fast. But you know what was nice, though? Had a break yesterday so I could have my garage sale. So the skies parted just for our garage sale so I could pay for my Kroger haul.
That was awesome, too. Yeah. And then I had a little break this morning in the weather, and I ran to HEB to get some stuff.
Yes. So, we'll be making that a little later.
Because they said with the storm that the front of our neighborhood was flooded, they were advising people not even try and bother to leave the neighborhood.
Yeah. So later, as you all told us to make an orange cream fudge, so we're going to do vanilla cream and orange mango with white chocolate. Tell me again.
That's why I went to HEB to get the Lily's chocolate chips.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. The cashier told me that she buys, or when they have them, she likes finding the Lily's gummies. Have you ever seen those?
But I think the gummies, aren't those kind of sketch ingredients, y'all?
I don't even remember hearing about them.
So I never got them because, what is it, Smart Sweets? Everybody reported how bad those spiked. So I never get any gummies. I just make my own with Ultima. And to me, then it's cleaner and cheaper. But remind me, y'all, what layer do I do first? The vanilla cream, and then I'll pour the orange on top, or vice versa? Let me know so when we do this in a little bit, I know which one to make first.
The sacker started telling her, but that stuff's healthy, isn't it? And she's like, yeah. Like, it was no big deal, right? And he's like, yeah, but that's so boring. Who wants to be that? She looks at him and goes, like, shook her head like crazy. And I was like, dude, I'm no longer a type 2 diabetic, so this is the only way I get my sweets. I said, I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat sugar anymore. And he just looked at me like astounded.
But he's what, probably 16?
Yeah.
When you're how many of us at 16 really cared about our health, right?
Like, all you're doing is eating Nash salads and stuff all the time. I was like, no, actually, I don't. I eat better now than I used to eat a long time ago.
Yeah, you told him that?
Yeah, and he's just shaking his head, and then he just walked away.
It was too much for his little brain.
Right.
Joey TQ Cat's here. She goes,
hey.
Hi, hey, what is this nonsense about adulting? No way, that's just crazy.
Because I did a lot. I mean, what did I do? It was Tuesday, right? I went everywhere. Yeah. What stores did I tell you? I marked them all down. You should have seen it in the trailer, but still.
Yeah, you went to, let's see, what was it? Mr. Sticker.
Yeah, I got stickers on my truck.
Because he had to renew his truck. Yeah. Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Sam's and Aldi.
Yeah.
So, yes, you went to all of those.
Right.
And, yeah, he had a really busy Tuesday.
And then came home also, made bone broth and cut up all those tree limbs.
Yeah. And we'll show you pictures of that in a little bit. But yeah, so he had to be a total adult on Tuesday. It really hurt him. He's been recovering ever since.
It hurt me deeply.
Bad Apple is here. It said, Happy Sunday, Horde. Hey, Renee. Welcome to the awake world.
Right. I figured she'd be still asleep. That's awesome, though. Thank
you. I did get to sleep till, 11?
Yeah. That's the thing, too. Y'all know the last couple of weeks we've done it at 12:30. We just figured, and then last week we did it at 1 o'clock. We were running behind. I was like, you know what? It feels better unless they're asleep a little longer. So let's go ahead and start just doing 1 o'clock from now on.
Yeah, I need my sleep on Sunday, especially since yesterday I woke up 6:30.
Yeah, with the garage sale. Yeah,
6:30 a.m.
Yeah,
and I feel like I have not got to have a nice sleep in a week. So I needed it. Well, actually, in a couple weeks, because last Sunday we went to Terry's, so we got up early for that too.
Right.
So I have not got to have a nice sleep in 2 weeks, so I deserved it.
Right.
Caden's here. Hey, Caden.
Howdy.
She goes, hello. Drone footage keeps coming up on our feed about Texas flooding. Hope all is well with y'all. Thank you. Yeah.
See, the bad part about Houston, we don't actually flood. I've always said this. We pond.
Well, where a lot of it was, because I was reading on the weather app, is where the river is, like by your father and all that. Yeah. And I think what happened is they let some of the dam open, and which again, who did they not look at the weather before they opened the dam?
Well, this is Texas. Come on.
Yeah. And so because they had released some from the dam, and then all of this heavy rain, a lot of the waters, like they're saying Cleveland area where your father lived, all of those areas, and anywhere along where the San Jacinto and the Trinity rivers are flooding because they're going past their banks. But we have someone in our subdivision. So we back up to Spring Creek. And now, as far as I remember, I don't recall it going past its banks, maybe once, but we've always been fortunate because our house kind of sits up a little bit. So yeah, the backyard does flood, but I think because it's slightly elevated, kind of like a little hill, it all drains real quickly. And I've never actually had, even when we've had really bad floods before, never had it get to the house. Mm-hmm. It might go up over the curb, but we're far enough in. It's never, thankfully.
That's whenever I saw, because we're on a Facebook group for the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And when they were talking about the front all being jacked up, I went outside, looked. We sit on a corner lot. I went out in the front. That street was perfect. The side street on the here looked fine too. I was like, well, as long as I don't leave the house, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, but somebody's been keeping track of the Spring Creek, and it's still within its banks. And honestly, the last couple of years we've kind of had a drought, and so just that it was just already really lower than it should. So we actually needed this rain so they can fill the creek back up. And then have that go through. Because, come July and August, it's going to be so hot and it's going to go right back down. So I'm glad because our vegetation needs it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's lots of wildlife that needs it. Just hopefully, because like yesterday when I was driving to Sam's and Kroger in the Humble area, they put in these medians, which I don't know why people do this. Supposedly it cuts down on car accidents, but now I can't just do a U-E in the middle of the road anymore. They put these strips down in the middle, but they didn't put any drain holes, so it's just sitting there full of water, which to me just says
still working on it.
Mosquitoes. And so I just hope that they're at least doing some good mosquito control, because that's the only thing. If we have standing water like that, or like our backyard and stuff, you got to take care of the mosquitoes.
That's why I've always said too. My grandpa used to tell us is that the mosquito is the unofficial state bird.
Right. Lynette said, my favorite smoked meat is Colleen's smoked brisket, not the lean crap. It's got to be the only fatty, moist portion. Sorry for using the M word.
Okay. Now, my question to you on that, though, which Colleen's? Because we have seen discrepancies between each of his locations.
I think she means the original Colleen's, which is really good. Have you had corkscrew, though?
Yeah. Well, that's
the thing. Yeah.
The original Colleen's, though, was in Pearland, so that'd be a little harder for her to get to also.
Oh, yeah.
Well, remember?
Yeah.
Gringos over there.
Ah, right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but they do have really good brisket. And yeah, I always tell them, look, I want the fattiest, moistest
and an end
part,
cut, too.
Yeah, an end cut, and I don't care. But I say that even when we went to the Brazilian and he brought ribeye, I said, look, I want the fatty part of the ribeye. Yep. And they're like, oh, usually we don't. Usually people don't want that.
I'm the anomaly.
And then Mom Bear Lynette said, for the past 3 days, Houston has had a lot of rain, but it's usually been to the north of I-10. As where Shelley and Heath live. And I live far south of Houston, have had very little rain until today. Oh, wow. Yeah, and I think the rain...
We're sending it your way.
Right. But I think what's coming this week is also north of Houston, too. Sharon said, hi, all. I've been here several minutes waiting for the chat to pop up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's weird. Well, hi, Sharon. Welcome. How are you doing? Are you enjoying being inside? How's your rain going? Renee said, favorite smoked meat? I'm going to have to say wings.
Really?
Brisket is next, but I love wings, and smoked wings is just thebomb.com.
Wow.
Yeah, that is true.
What
about the smoked oysters?
What I really like is smoke fried. That's what I call it.
Oh, yeah.
I smoke them and bring them in the air fryer and fry them up and get a little crispier.
Yeah.
That's my favorite way to do the wings.
Wow. So what is your favorite smoked meat?
Probably the brisket.
Brisket?
Honestly, yeah.
I'm going to surprise you. What do you think mine is? Let's see how well my husband knows me.
Your favorite smoked meat?
Yeah.
Prime rib.
Mm-mm.
What?
Pork belly burnt ends.
Really? Why do we not make it more often then? Because you know I love those too.
Because it's just like freaking candy to me.
Oh,
because I do like sweet stuff too, and to me, that is like the best. And then when you put your barbecue sauce on it, so none of that, G. Hughes or anybody, like I like Heath's barbecue sauce, and when you put that on there, it just turns those pork bellies into this fatty, because I do a sweet heat
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, a sweet heat. And to me, pork is already naturally sweet, so it's just like freaking candy. And that is my absolute favorite that I just drool the freak over because I'm like, oh, it just melts in my mouth. It's so, like, I just give me the whole, like, it's all mine. I don't even want to share. That's how freaking good it is.
I love you too.
Shauna said she's back with coffee. Hi, happy Sunday, everyone.
I'm actually thinking of going to Dutch.
Cheers. They might be closed because of the weather again. But cheers, Shauna.
Yeah, but the weather was so bad last week. She tried to go to two different Dutch and they were closed.
Yeah. And I see Coda's here. Hey, Coda said barely begun morning, folks. How are you doing?
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, thank you so much. Lynette said, please remember to hit the like button, thumbs up. Yes, please. Thank you. And thanks so much for reminding everyone, Lynette. You're awesome. And I don't know if I've seen Sean or Michelle yet, but
no, not yet.
Look what's there. Isn't that cute? I changed up the little coffee bar a little bit. So I put their...
Sean said he's going to be here. I talked to him this morning.
Oh, I put their little plaque that they got us, the Parker seal or coat of arms. And then up above is the one Renee got me, the coffee, the ghost coffee. So I got a little arranged, a little different.
All the support.
I know. I love it. So thank y'all. That's so cute. And of course, I still got my skeleton my skull here, not a skeleton. It's just the skull here. I was thinking about moving it, but I was like, it looks really good. I think right here,
It does.
like it's almost part of that little
motif.
What do y'all think? You like it? Let's see. Oh, okay. No, they're talking back and forth. Lynette said, currently I'm rebuilding Indian saris for 3 women who are in a wedding next weekend. They had them poorly altered in Harwin district. Well, of course.
Poor things.
And we're dissatisfied. Now I'm reconstructing everything.
You got to fix somebody else's
Right. Oh, man. It has been a long time since I've heard Harwin district. Right. I remember going there with an ex who would get his hair cut because it was only like $2.99. And even at the time, I was like, are they even washing, their stuff? And he's like, oh, at that price. Huh?
Harlan?
No, Harwin.
Harwin. Oh, okay, my bad. No, because there was that one barbecue joint where they do the...
Harlem.
Yeah, that's Harlem.
No, Harwin. Yeah, I just remember that's where you go for all the knockoffs, all the stuff.
It's in the ghetto.
It's not the ghetto. It's just that's where everything is like extremely cheap, but you get what you pay for.
Right.
And then, Mom Bear Lynette has a question for you, Heath. When is your next follow-up appointment?
I want to say the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Did your doctor say you have to do blood work every 6 months or 1 year? He must have been really impressed last time, right?
I don't remember the last time you said anything about blood work, honestly.
I know you got blood work done last time because we shared about that, which was just this year, I feel like. Yeah. But anyways,
I'll ask him and report back.
Yeah, he goes by himself, Lynette. So I don't know what all.
But he did tell me that I only need to come see him every 6 months. So.
Right, and he might change it up, when you go, and we'll see. But that's a great question. Thank you. Queenie's here. Hey, said happy Sunday, all. How are you? Sharon said, I moved treadmill to mornings now.
Oh, wow.
With being outside so much, I'm wiped out by evening. It was skipping too many days of treading. Right. And that's
another thing that made me mad.
Oh?
We had a treadmill. We sold it. I should be using it right now. I just brain fart.
Well, you've got the DDPY.
I could do both, though. Because originally when we bought it, what I told you I was going to do, turn on and watch TV while I'm doing it. How often did I do that? Though?
0.
Exactly. I think I know I did it once.
Because I nagged at you, and you were like, fine, I'm doing it. And I triple checked with you before we sold it. And you were like, nah, I've got the DDPY. I don't need it.
No, but yeah, whatever.
But that's what I told Heath before, is because he changed it to evenings. And there would be some evenings where he's like, oh, I just don't feel like it. And he would change it. And that's why I was like, do you feel like...
I think it's better this way only because when I was doing it in the mornings, it was affecting me at work. That's why I stopped doing it in the mornings.
Yeah. And so for him, but I find for me, like you said, kind of doing it in the morning, of course, mine's real quick, but doing that squats in the morning, and what I do is every week I try to push a little bit more. So like I'm currently at doing 30 squats. So I don't do it by time. I just do it by number. 30, and then, like probably this week I might hit it up to 32 or maybe 35 because I jumped from 25 and I was like, you know what? This is getting easy. So I pushed it to 30. Awesome. And so I might push another 5. I do it until my legs feel jelly.
Right.
And when my legs are jelly, I'm like, okay, that's good. And I keep doing that. And that's what my coach recommended is keep pushing. So if you're doing treadmill and you're doing it for 20 minutes, next week, do it 25. Like just always push your body a little bit further. And if I hadn't have done that, when I first started, I was just doing 5 because I am lazy. I will tell you that. I am not who you go. I'm not Bronson or Natalie. You don't come for me for inspiration on how to work out and be like the physically active. Like I'm not going to do that. We're not outdoorsy people, so you'll never see us doing all kinds of crazy stuff outdoors,
right?
As it's just not us. So I started only doing 5. I was like, yeah, this is good. Doing 5, it wearing me out. And then my coach was like, push it, do 7. Push it, do 9. And at first I was aggravated. I was like, I was doing fine with this. Why do I have to keep pushing? But now I look back on it and I'm like, wow, I went from 5 and now I'm doing 30.
Wow. And what's the time span on that?
I don't know.
Okay. You know what, though?
Since January.
I'm getting hungry. Let's
okay. Well, I was trying to say hello.
I know, but I'm also trying to eat.
Okay, well, go ahead and get out. Mary T said, hello, all just popping in for half a cup of coffee. I got to get out in that garden. Speaking of moving, awesome, Mary T. Right. That's great. And Mary T said, I am Shelly in 20 years, and I thank my buddy who runs our old lady Zoom workouts for those damn lunges every time I'm in the garden. Well, good. And Mary T said, favorite smoked meat brisket. Picanha's a close second.
Oh, I never even thought about doing that. That's a good one, too.
And then Renee said, Shelly teasing me about sleeping? Kettle.
Right?
Right. I know, Renee. Okay, I can only tease you because I know I've been there, right? Shada said, smoked meat. Well, I almost burned some bacon Friday. That's wrong. Like Renee said, that's abuse. And Shada said, I know. Well, I thought I hit stop on air fryer and turned to shred chicken. Oh, that sucks. Sharon said, smoked pork and smoked wings. Ooh.
You know another one I really like to do, honestly? It's my ribs.
Yeah, your ribs are freaking good. I would say the really ribs would be second to me.
I feel like honestly the best thing I've ever smoked is my pork ribs.
Yeah.
A good second would be the beef ribs.
And then Renee said, I think the Lily's gummies had something wonky. That's what I was thinking too.
But maybe I just blocked them out of my mind, forgot about them because of that.
Well, and I don't think you're a gummy person. Shauna said, only one place near me, Buckhorn Grill, make a good tri-tip smoked or burnt ends. California makes me sad. But California does do well at smoking tri-tip, though. Yes. And that is delicious. Queenie said, my favorite smoked meat is brisket. Well, stay tuned. See what we're about to reveal here. Lisa said the Lily's gummies were expensive and not good, in my opinion. Also, bad ingredients. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. So, what do we have here, Heath?
This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. How long have I been talking about doing this? How long have you been having to deal with me with this?
I don't know, 11 years?
No, I don't remember talking about it back then. But what I have is a 15-pound brisket. Isn't that what you told me?
Almost 16.
Okay.
Is 15.7, but of course I did trim.
Honestly, Shelly did 90% of this.
Yeah. Do you want to move that so you can then take it off of here and put it on there?
Okay.
You'll take it out of the package and put it on there. I don't want you to get it in that grease.
Hold on. So I'm going to move these.
Okay.
Wait, what am I doing with it? Say it again.
So move that.
Uh-huh.
The actual tray.
Okay. Oh.
And then you're just going to, I didn't know you had this in another tray, so you're just going to pull it out of the paper and put it directly on the cut block.
I'm just trying to take some of that off.
There's scissors. So, as you were saying about your brisket.
I cooked it. This is my overnight brisket.
Which is our favorite method now.
The last time I did this for Renee when she came to visit, we did with our
coffee
rub, and she thought it was
amazing.
So this one, we did it with my taco seasoning.
So this is, if you like our taco seasoning, here, find out what we think about making a taco brisket.
Now, the only thing we did a little different, though, because there's no actual salt in that rub or that seasoning. So Shelly grabbed the Redmond's garlic salt and dusted it with that.
Because, I mean, garlic is awesome. Ooh, goodness. Yeah. Hold that up and show a little bit.
Can I see it, though? Where
if you hold, like you were doing, kind of hold it up for a second so people can see. Look at that.
Oh, you're burning it in half. That's awesome.
Okay. And then pick it up and put it on there, and then we can move this out of the way. Oh.
Here, I'm gonna kick
There's a lot of grease in it.
No. You're kicking over here, and you just take the lid off, and I'll pull this and stick it. You might even pick that up so I can do this.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, get rid of that.
Well, you know what we do? I just put it right on top of this one. As we slice it, we put it back on that.
Yeah. Oof.
Can they see that?
Yeah.
Or do I need to move it?
There we go. And then, right, you know how to cut it?
Yes, but no.
Right? You can kind of see where you kind of pull this a little bit, but no, you're not going to go down. You're going to go at a diet.
Well, I was going to just cut it in half and then do that.
No, you have to cut it at a dais. Like you want to cut it, yeah, like that. And go in, yeah, there you go. And then.
No, which side? I don't remember. This is where I always mess up. Which side is the plate? Which side is the
So trunk? This is the lean. So take that and put it there.
Oh, look at that ring.
Ooh, yeah. Up. Closer. Oh, wow. Okay, and put that down. And then this, you're going to turn it 360. Yeah, there you go. And then you're going to cut it that way. Oh, okay.
Well, I like this side.
Okay.
Because the way it's shaped there, there's those pieces call off.
And we think it's been resting for about 3 hours. Let's take a little bit.
I'll feed my bride.
Mm.
And I'm going to steal a piece myself. Or two.
Mm.
That is good.
Well, cut here so they can see as you're cutting it. And here. Mm. Yeah, do a nice steak cut there.
I'm just trying to do them thin because what we're fixing to do with them next.
Well, I thought, yeah, cut a couple and then you could show them up close to moist or the fatty.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
and
gosh.
This is the best judge of a cook.
Oh, that's really thick.
I know, but look. See how much it bends? Just, oh, that is good. And the bark, I think it turned out really good too.
Turn it on the, and then like squeeze it and see how juicy it is. Let's see if it is juicy. No, top to bottom squeeze. Yeah, like, ooh. A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little dry then.
No, I don't know. I don't like it. Because look, well, I also love this part too. Watch. See?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now I'm just going to trim this a little bit too because we can just use that here in a minute too.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's what we're going to use it for, huh? So I was telling her we are a cooking channel, so let's go ahead and cook and show them stuff.
Renee said, I say pour the orange mango on top so that it hits the palate first. Tropical fan-like heat. Yeah, okay. Shauna said, the first delicious, unforgettable smoked brisket I had was at the Parker Palace.
Mine?
Last year, pre-cruise. Wow. Thanks, Shauna.
I knew there was a reason we loved her.
Lynette said, so true. When I was 16, my high school lunch, which I packed myself, was a dill pickle and peach Jolly Ranchers. That's adorable. Shauna said, I adulted as a child, so I'm living my bestest life now. There you go. El Strange says, what did you get at Dollar Tree?
Oh, I can show y'all here in a minute. It's a little hard to get to right now.
Well,
I got, huh?
Yeah, just tell them.
No, I got a container to put the dog food in. The reason being, we bought one a couple of months ago and it broke. And the new one I bought is a little too big, so we have to put it in the other fridge. Or I would grab it right now and show you. Is that enough, or you want some more for today? Or you can eat it all right now, or you don't even make anything else with it.
What do you think? Is that enough, or one more slice?
Yeah. I won't do it off of this end, though.
Okay.
Because
I like it.
The way it's shaped is just easier to do that. And then I got all these that fell off.
Renee said, y'all, I do not sleep that dang late. I'm up probably before showing. You told me before you said till 1.
Okay, then here's the thing then. If that's the case, what is your excuse for not tuning in the last couple of weeks?
She has projects.
Your project is to support your family.
But you probably do get up before me. Shauna said, woke up at 6:20 a.m. on my day off.
On purpose?
But I went to bed earlier than usual. Felt rested and actually slept through the night. Well, that's a win.
Get that and open it. I'm going to put these in there, or just want to let them sit?
That's up to you.
There's one corner. I think it's over here.
There, got it.
Okay. Because this is this container, the lid on it was the thing where you pop it loose, and that little corner, the tab broke off of it. So I'm saying, is that enough, or you want some more?
I think that'll be enough. What do you think?
Okay. Well, I want this piece too.
Oh, that looks good.
Break it in half, and then we each have one.
I think you should put that one on bottom. Yeah. Oh shoot! I just got my hands dirty.
Well, there's all the paper towels. Here. But if that's the case, I don't need the gloves anymore then, right?
Well, I would pick that up and pour all of that over it.
Yeah, but I don't want to put the glove all in it. So do I?
I don't know. It's already dirty.
Right.
Sorry, y'all. That's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pour all that juice all over it.
That's what she said.
Literally. Lisa said, I got up semi-early and went to the farmer's market. Ooh, what did you get today?
I'm jealous because her farmer's market is amazing.
Renee said, this morning I was up at 8:20. That seems way too early. I'm sorry.
Because what time did you actually wake up? Because I was going to wake you up.
The first time was 7:30.
All right.
And then I told Heath, I said, you need to come take a little mini nap because I know you've probably been up forever.
This is going to get washed too.
Well, what are we going to do with this while we're heating that up? Are you just going to put this whole thing in the oven?
Well, here, no. Take that spatula, or let me put these off to the side.
Or what did you do with the one you just had?
Put it in the sink.
Well, if it's not in the sink, we can put all that if that's still got juices and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't ran any water or anything.
Shauna said, the workers, well, damn. Patty's here. She said, busy in the kitchen, but I'm listening. Well, what are you making? I love that. Everybody's making stuff. Let's see here. Mama Bear Lynette said, regarding flooding, since I'm south of Houston, I think we may have some localized flooding in a couple of days once all the water up north travels down to us. I have a major levee about 1.5 miles. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Well, I hope you're going to be fine.
Right.
Kate said, my favorite smoked meat is brisket, and second fave in the minority here, but I love smoked chicken. Well, that's fine. I know a lot of people love a good smoked chicken. Well, everybody
already said that, like wings. Isn't that chicken?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, babe. Oh, we don't need these.
And then what we're going to do with this, since it is Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. We're going to make brisket tacos. I'm just trying to get...
Whoa. I almost dropped my soda.
No. All right. Then we'll wash this cut board off. All right. There you go, Heath.
But you know what I can do too, though? When I go to pull this out of the oven, I can set it back on this.
Well, I think you should wash. Well, is the bottom of that dirty?
Bottom of what?
That.
Yes.
Well, then, yeah, just put it back on that then. My Bear Lynette's from her house. Oh, God. I hope you're okay. Joy TQ Cat said, I just wake up early. Strange, because I worked nights for 16 years and was never a morning person. Now I prefer just getting up and getting stuff done. Who am I? Wow, look, retirement, Lynn, is a early morning person.
Like I've always said too, though, when I got chores and whatnot to do around the house, if I don't get started on it and get active by 10 a.m., it's not happening.
Sharon said, we had enough break in the rain that I was able to go work in my garden. I'm happy camper today. Got out of the house. Oh, good. And then 22Q Cat, 22Q Cat. Mama Bear Lynette, I'm sorry, said Heath, the original Cleans in Pearland, it is 28 to 30 minutes from my house.
Wow,
I only get to go there twice a year. No, I've never had corkscrew. Oh, nice. Yeah, because it's so far north of you. Yeah. That makes sense. Mary T said, we are the very last house on the floodplain map. In 2018, our town had a devastating flood. So many lost their homes and businesses. Downtown core wiped. We were fine. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm glad you were okay, but it does suck when there's bad flooding. And Houston definitely gets a lot of flooding in different areas. And
well, it's called the Bayou City. So
here's the thing, though. For a long time, it wasn't that bad of a thing. But then what happened, I need the skillet, is really something changed to where they could build in the floodplains. And so they started building homes in all of these floodplain areas. And so guess what? When rain hit, they get flooded. And that's why, when we've had some really bad, because like Heath was helped a lot with Jersey Village flooded really bad. And it looked like a war zone when we went there. But it's because they started building all these. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, what did you think was going to happen when you built in a floodplain?
Well, Vicky and Bobby's, my aunt and uncle, their neighborhood down there in Pearland, they actually condemned some of the houses because their area flooded so bad, and there's vacant lots now.
Yeah.
And they've been there, I don't know how many years. I mean, I grew up with their house there. So
yeah,
those houses have been there over 40 years.
Tweety Q Cat said, not MS related, but everyone go make Chris Cookie Nashville's new white bread recipe. It's the bomb, and it's not styrofoam. Recipe video dropped yesterday. Yeah, I saw someone on Facebook I saw posted that. Shai said, oh, yeah, I'll have to give it a go. And then Bad Apple said, he's going to do DDPY and treadmill. Exactly.
Stop it.
El Strake said, I found some Reaper cheese at Walmart today. It's grated, but it's good. Not as hot as HEB's Reaper, but I was good on a chorizo. Oh, but it was good on a chorizo quesadilla.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, I got it. Aldi. Aldi has a habanero sliced cheese, and I've been buying that. What?
This is the stuff we need way over there.
I know. That's why I was saying I didn't know why you didn't give it to me.
I don't need it.
Sharon said, I have a 30-day squat challenge. If you want to try something that works your butt, it's the what to do and not hard to do. Okay.
Is this just too big, isn't it?
For what?
For a spoon rest.
But it's okay. It's dirty. Let's use it. Well, so what is the challenge with the 30-day squat? Like, do you have to do, does it increase or what all is it? Shauna said, good Lord, how many tools does it take?
How many tools for what?
Does everything take? As many as he can find.
Well, do you want me to walk off camera and heat these up for you?
No, this is before.
Right.
Lynette said, ooh, that special brisket looks absolutely divine. Oh, thank you.
All right. We got to come clean.
Well, wait a few minutes. 22Q Cat said, wow, what a piece of brisket. Would you probably last me, well, about a year. Ha, ha, ha. Wow. You think of about 15 pounds after I trimmed it. Might have been close to 14 because it really didn't have too much fat on it. It really was kind of a lean brisket. When I was picking out the briskets, I was looking for the biggest one because they were on sale at HEB for $2.99, which isn't technically We don't normally buy them when they're $3. We wait until they're less than $2 a pound, which hopefully coming up with Memorial Day, it'll drop down. But I looked for the biggest one, but then there was one that was, I think maybe it was like, this one was 15.71. There was a one that was 15.74, but when I looked at it, it had a lot more fat visible. And I was like, well, I'm not going to get that one. This one looked like a good ratio. Shauna said, I might have just drooled in my empty coffee mug. Aw. And Renee said, yes, fatty is a better choice word. Thank you. Okay, I'll try to say fatty from now on. Lisa said, sexy. Aww. I think we're all mesmerized.
And they like the brisket too.
Yeah. TQ Cat said, there's enough there to feed all of the horde today. Yum. Too bad we aren't all there with you. I know. It would have been perfect.
Come make a plate.
Mary T said, good Lord, you're killing me with that amazing looking brisket. My butcher shop does smoke brisket. It ain't no $2.99, closer to $20. I buy on a senior discount day and have for lunch at work. But if it's $20 a pound smoked, wow, that's a freaking deal.
Because that's the thing, too. How much did you end up giving for this? The whole brisket?
$47, basically.
A little high. We've done better.
Yeah. We usually pay between $25 and $30.
Yeah.
But
our favorite barbecue joint around the corner from us, like Chores she was talking about, they're like 25.
No, 30. They're 32 now, babe.
No, I said that's what I was going.
Oh,
I said
okay.
25 to 30. But I didn't know they settled on $32 a pound.
Yeah, it's been 32. It might even be 34 for like a year or so now.
Oops. That's how long we've been, though. How long it's been there since we've gone there.
Kate said, husband bought an electric pellet smoker, so overnight smoke, then what? Wrap it in butcher paper? How long? Yes. We actually have a video on how to do an overnight on a smoker.
Yes.
But you want to go ahead and tell them what happened tonight?
I don't know what happened and the reason why. All that rain, we moved the smoker over here closer to the back door so I can get in and get out under the cover, and turned it on, fired it up. It came to temp. Everything was perfect. We opened the door, started loading it, and all of a sudden the temp dropped and it killed. It died off. And it never would light. It just refused. It kept giving me, because what I love about the Traeger, I also have an app where I can regulate everything. I dial it all in, and it kept giving us warnings saying, failed to light, failed to ignite. It never would actually catch. It never would get over. It would show it would get to 38%, and it would never get hotter than 70 degrees. So I said, screw it. And we brought it in the house, and we cooked it actually in the oven. So never actually smoked it.
Yeah. So that was oven cooked at 200.
Yes.
And by the time we put it on, was it almost 10?
Yeah.
So almost 10, because we literally fought with the Traeger for like 3 hours. Yeah. We even took everything out, and it was pretty much clean, but we cleaned up again. There was just a little bit of ash in there. Cleaned that all up. It still just would not. Wow. And I was thinking, what I'm concerned about is because you first had it under there where it was pouring the water, and you were like, oh, it didn't affect, it's covered. I think you need to empty out all of the pellets, because there might be some down in there gunked up, because I never saw any pellets coming out of the thing. So that makes me think.
I got chores on Tuesday now.
Yeah. So that makes me think that, you know what, I bet it just didn't. They were a little too wet or whatever.
Yeah.
Renee said, usually Sunday's boyfriend is here and we are enjoying quiet time or Q time together or doing projects. Today he went to Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Well, how long is he going to be gone?
Yeah.
Aw. Mary T said, I just remembered I have some of that smoked brisket in the fridge. Lunchtime, I'm going to melt some cheese over top. Ooh.
Yes.
Renee said, just put y'all on the big TV. Ooh,
yay.
Ooh, look at us. 22Q Cat said, oh, yes, I definitely have to break that up. If I tried 250 squats at one time, I'd break my poor butt. Oh, I guess I didn't read. Let's see here. Let me go find it. I know that's the one you like. Toy TQ Cat. Oh, okay. Sharon said to her, on the days where there are 100 plus, I would just break it up. What? 100 plus squats in a day? Hey, I'm not doing that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Mary T said, our city bought a whole neighborhood, moved, burned, or mowed the houses, and turned it into a floodplain complete with floodgates to protect downtown. Two rivers meet downtown here.
Oh, wow.
Well, at least they did that, right? Yeah. They saw, okay, this isn't the best. And everything I'm hearing about insurances, y'all, they might have to kind of keep doing that. The cities of guys insurances are just done.
Because I remember too, growing up, there's several times that neighborhood would flood, and there's a little movie house and a little shopping center right in the front of their neighborhood, and they would literally, all their neighbors would park there and have to walk back to the house.
Oh, wow.
Or wade back to the house.
Renee said, I hope there weren't people that lost their home in that deal. Right. Hopefully they got compensated well enough to move into another home.
Right.
Renee said the Corpus Harbor Bridge project moved people out of their homes for the development of the new bridge, and that was very sad. Mm-hmm. I get the long-term growth, but folks getting bought out sometimes is sad. Yep. Yeah, if they're not compensated enough to buy a new home, that is sad.
Right.
Lisa said, are we doing a squat challenge? Let me know. Squats are my favorite.
Oh, wow. You are now.
And Renee said, Lisa, I knew you were a sick individual.
Well, I mean, her name is correct.
I like squats too, though. I don't know. I feel like I get how sumo wrestlers can do that, right? So maybe I just feel like squats are easier in some aspect. I don't like sweating. That's my biggest thing. And with squats, I don't find that I'm like sweating. So I don't like cardio like I used to do cardio because I was like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. But I hated it because I hate sweating. So like swimming, I did join a gym for a while that had swimming classes. I loved the swimming classes, but I love water. Like I'm a water baby. If we had a pool, I would be in it every single day because I love being in the water.
We've talked about doing a pool, but just for money.
Yeah, I don't want to spend that kind of money on a pool. But I was just like, so to me, I don't like sweating. So to me, squats, I could do it and I don't really break a sweat. Does that make sense? Okay, mm-hmm. Sharon said she's going to start June 1st. So is that something we want to do? As a group, do y'all want to do that? And we can post it in our Facebook group and be like, okay, June, we're hitting the thing and here's the goals. Do y'all want to do that as a group and encourage each other? And every day we can post, Sharon wants to head it up and be like, okay, June 1st, how many did you get done today? And we do that as a group. Would we be interested? And then she said it because June only has 30 days, right?
One year in February.
L. Strange said, let's go. And Patty said, I'm making a bunch of air fried chicken.
Nice.
Enough to hopefully last Chris's lunches all week. Plus sweet potato fries to go with the chicken for dinner since we leave for vacation next Sunday.
Where y'all going?
How fun. Well, I think you're going to visit one of your daughters, right? Down somewhere in Texas, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome.
And she goes, I have a busy week ahead. You sure do. Have fun. Now, how long are you going to be gone for vacation? Mary T said, wow, you paid that much smoked? I feel better than you think. I get 10% off on Tuesday, so only $18. Yeah, $18 is a steal for smoked brisket.
And the bad part about it is we don't get just the brisket. We always get a couple of extra things too.
Right. So anytime we go have barbecue at a place, it's an easy 100 to 150
it's like when
bucks.
We go to any of the those high-end restaurants like even if we go to like when we went to
the Brazilian.
Yeah.
But like that. Yeah, it really is. It's at least $100.
Yeah. Because
I have tried to curtail it a little bit because he and Renee knows this when we went to Stevie Lou's. We have no concept. We're like, oh, yeah, just a pound of brisket. Okay, we need like 4 pounds then.
Well, plus I love leftovers.
Yeah.
I like having leftover brisket and repurposing it.
But we have found we've gotten better at it where we're like, okay, we don't need to buy 2 or 3 pounds of brisket. We get a pound. That's plenty to share and have leftovers, especially when we get the sausage and stuff with it. Now, is the queso already heated?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead? Because I only have 2 left.
Well, I want to get them all done and then get this out of the way.
Okay.
Because then I can bring this over here because we need the room.
Yeah, and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Sharon said, Heath, did you clean out the fire chamber? If it's full of ash, then it's not going to stay running. Yeah, that's the first thing I checked because I was like, if it's not at 9, it must be full of ash. And it wasn't. There wasn't even enough to cover, in the middle, there's like a little screw. You could still see the screw.
Yeah.
But I had to go ahead and vacuum anyways because there was a little bit. But I saw the auger. I think that's what it's called. The thing that turns. No pellets were coming out of that.
And I was actually reaching my hand in there to try to pull them out. I could feel the heat. So I know it was getting heat.
But it just wasn't putting out any Pellets. So that's why I got to thinking last night, because that's what we do, right? We don't just lay down in bed and suddenly we're asleep. We lay down and think. And so I was like, I wonder from if they got wet and swelled up so they're not going into the auger.
If we're going to do that, we're going to need another bucket because that bucket is full.
Well, I figured you could use one of the Home Depot buckets. Just take it.
I don't want to though, because those are both of those are trash buckets I'm using now, and there's stuff in the bottoms of them. Or I need to go and wash them.
Yeah. Sharon said, "Okay, now that sounds like you have an auger jam." Oh, well, see, you're so good. We're on the same page. That's what I was thinking too. That's what I started thinking about last night.
Oh, 2 more. Okay.
Yeah, 2 more. Patty said, "Count me in for the June squat challenge." Okay, sounds like we're going to be squatting in June. So you're going
to post it and then...
No, look. Sharon said, "Okay, I posted the challenge on the HH page. June 1st start."
And she's heading it up, taking care of it.
Yeah, so there we go. That's awesome. Thanks, Sharon.
I hope y'all enjoy it.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that is so cool. I can't wait. Okay, we're going to do this. That means on May 31st, before we start the challenge, everybody take your measurements. So measure, your body and take your weight, but not as important on the weight. I really think, doing squats is really supposed to help, especially in this region, the middle region here. So everybody take your measurements, write them down, and then on July 1st, we're going to take our measurements again, and let's all see how well we do, right? Won't that be exciting? I love this, y'all. Patty said, June works for me because we'll be home all month. Well, there you go. Yeah, see, that it does work out. Okay, Toy TQ Cat said, Shelly, I'm not doing that challenge. I laugh because I'm not so sure I could do it either, and I'm not exactly young. I don't know about doing 100 a day, but we'll try, right? Like Sharon was saying, break it up. So maybe in the morning I do 30 or 40. Maybe by then I'll be up to 40. Do my 40 in the morning and then do it again like at lunch, like after you eat lunch, right? They say it's always good whenever you eat to do some kind of activity after eating to lower, the glucose and all that stuff. So maybe do it after you eat lunch and then do the rest after dinner, right? And then that's how you get your movement in after eating. That would be a good thinking, right? Renee said, I guess I just don't love weighted squats because that's what I do. Oh, well, see, I've got my own weight right here. And my weighted squats, they come with me. So I can't just take them off.
Default.
Right. So there's my weight. Mary T said, cardio isn't necessary. Lifting heavy things, which includes body weight, best bang for your buck. Walking is one of the best body weight exercises. I'm in on a challenge. Oh, good. Well, and see, we have to start walking so that we can then, teach Sam to walk better. And you could see what it's been almost a month now. And we haven't started that either. But we will. We'll get there, y'all. We'll get there. And Renee said, cardio isn't necessary, but good for the body for lung expansion, endurance, and circulation. Okay. So do a little bit of that. Mary T said, I bought one of those modified hula hoop things. I want to get it going as well. Collecting dust so far. Ha ha ha. See, that's my thing. That's why I don't like, I look at the stuff like Aldi had in January where they came out with all kinds of weights and different things. But I was like, but you know what? I'm not going to buy something else until I prove to myself that I can consistently do something now that doesn't cost me money. So, like doing the squat challenge. So, if I do the squats, then maybe after that, I'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I will buy a couple weights to add on and make it a little bit harder or something. But I'm not going to spend money until I know I'm going to use it. Because I hate getting stuff and then it doesn't, work out. Turn this off.
And it's raining again.
Yeah, Renee said, and cardio not only does all of the above, it helps strengthen my heart. Oh. So I no longer need meds for lethal arrhythmias and valve break. Oh, wow. Well, that's good. Well, see, so there is a place for it. And I think maybe just finding out what it is you enjoy doing. Now, wouldn't housework, a lot of that's considered like cardio, like sweeping and mopping. That's kind of cardio work, right? And walking's cardio. Patty said, going to see Chris's mom. Okay, that's his. Plus his brother and sister-in-law. The youngest nephew graduates high school while we're there. Oh, that'll be a great one.
That's awesome.
Renee said, Shelly's faces kill me. I mean, that's what he says, too.
That's when she loves grabbing the screenshots of us.
Right? Mary T said, okay, out to the garden. Need to dig for an hour. Have a great Sunday, y'all. You too, Mary T. Thanks for joining us. Lisa said 5:31 is KetoCon weekend. Okay, I'll have to get them done there. Yeah, there you go. That'll be awesome. Patty said, leave the 12th for Gulfport. While they're taking 2 days to go over to Pensacola and Navarre, then back to Gulfport because coming home either the 19th or the 20th. Wow, well, that's good. That sounds like a nice long vacation. That sounds awesome. Renee said, even if you do 10 every time you go to the bathroom, you'll be golden. Right. That's true. Do a 10. Oh, if I did it every time I went to the bathroom, yeah, I could probably easily get 100 in a day. Right. My Bear Lynette said, so sorry, I'm not a squatty kind of gal. And that's okay, because I think what it is, like with me, you find what you enjoy. Like some people love doing like crazy flipping tires and everything else, or running on a treadmill, or doing bicycling, or, you just find what you enjoy doing and what works for you. I mean, Lynette, you probably do a lot of squats because of your sewing already, right? I mean, you're always getting down on your knees and everything.
Right.
That probably didn't sound the best, yeah. But you're getting up and down a lot. So you kind of already do squats, right? And that's probably why you don't want to do them, because you're like, look, I kind of do it with my job. Patty said, so I won't be around that week, but I'll be thinking of y'all. That's okay. We'll be thinking of you too. Lisa said, if you're not into squats, just get up and sit down that many times and you'll get a lot of benefit from it. Right. And she does already.
Because, ask Nurse Cindy.
Yeah, that's what she said. Bad Apple said, I have patients do sit to stands from chair or bed without using arms. I time them 30 seconds and see how many he get. Excellent for modified squats. It helps prevent falls and gets the heart pumping. See, that's awesome. Sharon said, do a search online for modified squats. Find what works for you. Exactly. Renee said, quads and glutes use most oxygen, so good light cardio and strength. Oh, nice. Oh, right. And so this one is my plate? Oh, yes. Okay.
That's the one I used this morning, so I figured why not use it again?
Yeah.
So then also this is the guac from Friday night, and then I'm pulling out some of the queso from Friday night.
Is there room over here?
Yeah, just sit on top or give it to me. Oh, I see what you're doing. Come on.
Yeah, because it's really moist in there, so I didn't want to shut it closed.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's really wet in there. Is that better? I don't know. Saying it's really wet sounds even worse.
Naughty.
Renee said the best exercise is the one you enjoy. Exactly, Renee. That is 100% the truth. Listen to Renee. She's a therapist. She knows. Ooh, look at this dirty queso. All right, y'all. So here's our tacos.
Thought I had my silverware over here already.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I need one more. Oh, you need a drink, don't you?
Yeah, you need a drink. All right, here's this and a fork and another spoon. Is this spoon like for this
Yeah,
one?
it's whichever one you grab it. If you need another one, I'll get another one. I'll just get some stuff together.
Yeah. And then we got our guac from Friday. So, ooh.
And then here's your. Do you already have a towel?
Yeah, I got a towel. Let me stir this around here, y'all. Let me put this over here so it's not in the camera.
That's fine. You know what? I don't need this anymore. I'm just going to take. It's so sad. I really wanted to smoke that.
I know. He was like really disappointed, y'all. Okay, let's make our things. L Straight said, yeah, tire flips are fun, but they ruin your manicure. Right? Brenda said, hi. Hi, Brenda. Welcome back. She said, how time flies when you spring clean. Right? Here.
You get closer?
Yeah.
Well, here, you know what I do? Watch.
What can you do? Oh. I like the little end piece here. Ooh, look at that. That looks good. Put that on there. Wow. Yeah, I guess we do have plenty.
Well, if we end up not eating it all, we can always put it in the container.
Right? That's true. Ooh, that's a long one. Looking for the little shorties here.
Well, you also have a knife.
Yeah. Well, that's your little piece you want to get some little piece of these jiggly bits here. Okay. There's your. Sorry.
Oh, we don't need this. We're using the tongs. It's either or.
All right. Then we're going to drizzle some of this queso here. Ooh, excited. Now, I like to drizzle my queso on top. How about y'all? He prefers a schmear.
Because I feel like if I do it this way, it's even distribution in every. I get a little bit in every bite.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Even baked.
All right. And here's the rest of our guac. We had a little bit of it yesterday.
I had some this morning.
Oh, okay. All right. Guac on here. Guac on this way. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And but yeah, spring cleaning, it definitely does that. Who else is planning on doing some spring cleaning here? I kind of did. I really dusted our bedroom and a few other things. A few other rooms dusted. And then I also did let's see. Oh, and then I swept. You know, you have to sweep afterwards because all the dust. And then here's just some of that hot salsa from H-E-B. Do a little on that.
Ooh, do you want some kefir cheese on it too? Kind of like a.
No, I'm good. I feel like with the queso.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. Here. Okay. Let's see here. Renee said, I bought one of those HEB cheese blocks because they had freebies with it. I got a salsa queso flavor with tomatoes, jalapenos, and onions. Oh, what was
wow.
the freebie with the cheese?
Yeah.
It came with free pot crot line. Oh, the melty cheese, right?
Oh, the block. Yeah.
The blocks. Now I get it. HEB brand Rotel and a chili can, which I dropped in the donate bin. Yeah, they had that one before too. It is really nice, especially for the Rotel. But yeah, the chili, it has just junk in it, which is sad.
Are you through? Have you already used the salsa?
Yeah.
Well, because I was going to move it so you can get your jalapenos.
Oh, okay. And Renee said, heat. How many times have you heated that bowl of queso? I think this is the first time, right?
Right. Yeah.
Since Friday.
Yeah. Oh,
and then Bob Bear Lynette said, jiggly bits are my favorite. I know.
That's why she likes me so much, because that's all I am is jiggly bits.
All right, I'm going to try this taco. And then you could tell what else you were thinking of doing besides tacos.
So make enchiladas and then top instead of a gravy, top it with a queso. I think that'd be really good. So I'll probably end up doing that when we get to the bottom bits of it, and I'll use that for the chopped brisket instead of the sliced.
Because I got these Egg Lives at Kroger. So Kroger has 2 coupons at Egg Lives. One of them is just $1 off. So however many you buy, up to 5, I think you get $1 off each. Plus, they had a coupon. If you bought 2, you got $2 off. So I bought 2 of them, y'all. So I got off of one of them, I got the $1 off, plus I got the $2 off. So I only paid $2 for one package and $4.99 for the second package. Then Ibotta had $1.50 cash back on them up to 5. So then that means we got $3 back from that. So that was that means that first one we only paid $1.49. And then the second one, we only paid was it like $3.50 or $3.49? So I thought that was a really good deal.
That's why you should use a coupon on a coupon.
Right. And then building that, Ibotta cash back. And if anybody does not have Ibotta, please let me know so that I can send you. They're doing a referral right now. And everyone that we refer gets $5 automatically loaded to your account. So if you don't already, I feel like everybody has Ibotta at this point. But if you don't and you're interested, we'll send that to you. It'll load $5. And once you get to $20, then you can do a withdrawal to like your PayPal if you want.
Trying to clear everything out.
And then 22Q Cat said, I got some kind of insane motivation and did the whole house spring cleaning already.
Oh, wow.
Went through every room, closet, drawer, box, etc. and got rid of so many things. Garage done too. Way to declutter and spring clean. That's amazing, Lynn. Like Renee said, way to go. That's awesome because yesterday, so we had a garage sale. I say we, but I mean, he did help some, but he had to work. So it was mostly me. And I got it all set up and got stuff out there. But then because a guy came and he wanted some old records. And I remember he has like 2 or 3 boxes of old LPs. And so then he happened to be on, I think, break or lunch. And I was like, where are they? And then we couldn't find them, but he was going through, and I didn't know this, in the shed, he has like tons of boxes, I guess, when he moved in. And so in 11 years, this is the first time we've ever looked at them, and found like 2 boxes full of CDs. We still didn't find the records.
And cassettes. and movies like VHS.
That might be kind of scary to look at. But yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's all this stuff we could have put in the garage sale as well.
Right.
So he's probably, so whenever we have another garage sale, we've got all new stuff.
Message what's her name at the subdivision is headed up and ask her when the next one's going to be.
I know she's talked about it, so we'll see. Some people are actually having a garage sale today, which I feel bad because it's basically been raining all day.
Right. Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid the tortillas weren't going to be hot enough. They're perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
Was it?
Mmm. Lynette said her son really likes it when she takes leftover smoked brisket and adds it to scrambled eggs in the morning. I wish I could also add cheese, but not for him. But you might really enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely a pizza alley.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And pretty much anytime we cook anything on a skillet, the best way I have found to clean that is go ahead and make scrambled eggs in it.
Yeah.
You get all the residue in the eggs. I call it dirty eggs. That's my favorite.
Renee said, sounds yummy. Brisket like bacon makes everything better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell them what we were planning on doing with some of it.
I'm going to make some Texas torpedoes with it. But I'm going to use the keto chow pimento cheese for the cheese in it. I think it's going to be really good.
So when are we doing that?
I don't know yet. Because I think we're going to finish it in the air fryer and do it that way.
Well.
How many? You bought enough jalapenos for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're actually, after the live today, we're going to film doing the keto chow pimento cheese.
Okay. I didn't know that, but okay.
Well, that's what we discussed right before. You said you were just going to do a short. I said, well, why not film it and put it out?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Don't you all think you want a dedicated pimento cheese or just
don't
a short?
Don't let them gang up on me.
Or would you prefer it just in a short format? Because it's basically just mixing mayo, cheeses, pimentos, and a keto chow taco.
Then you got to make your you got to make some more mayo.
Yeah, that's why I got more avocado oil. But making all of that and just do it as a real quick short, or would you prefer a longer video?
I think a longer.
Right, like Lynn said, it's a great feeling to have empty space. I hate clutter. I didn't even have clutter. It was it was all very organized and boxed up, but it needed to be gone.
And I have 2 travel size table saws, and she sold one of them.
Yeah, one of them sold. The other one didn't.
That's fine. Clearing up some spots, some space. Oh, and then I had a hot dog shaped compressor that was faulty. I don't remember why or how, but we cut the. I remember how, but I don't remember why. But I cut the cord, and then we also had a little miniature shop vac. We didn't have the hose for anymore. She sold both of those too.
And what was funny is the guy who bought the hot dog compressor, he bought it, and like before he could walk out of the garage or out of the driveway, another guy pulled up, and it was like a young guy, kind of like a hipster looking guy, and he came around and he goes, he said, man, I was so close to getting that compressor. That's what I was wanting.
Aww.
And I was like, oh, I said, it did need some work. He goes, oh, okay. That helps me feel a little better. He goes, because he was wanting one that was ready to use like today. I said, no, it had a clip, and even some other guys.
We'll look at it.
I didn't always understand because they were speaking Spanish, but I saw that they were like, oh, like this, telling each other. But what the guy who got it, either he didn't know, or he's just like, oh, I know how to use it.
Well, I told her because if it didn't sell, I was just going to go scrap it.
Mm-hmm. But it did.
And like I said, do it. And clear up some room in the garage.
Yeah, that helps. I didn't sell the clock, but I had several people who were interested, but a lot of them, it's made in China and it's battery operated. And as soon as they heard that, they were like,
Oh,
oh, never mind. I was like, okay. And I told them, I said, well, it is a reproduction. And look, and like one woman said, she goes, yeah, but when you hang it up, nobody's going to know because it looks like, like a German clock because it is wood. And
maybe they're trying to resell it.
Yeah, maybe. But she was like, yeah, it looks really good. So nobody would know once it's hanging up. I'm like, exactly. Once it's up there, who's going to know? But I get it. Everybody wants, they want a German antique clock for $80 or less, right? Because that's going to happen. Lisa said, I wait until Christmas and cash in my Ibotta, Fetch, and Receipt Pal, then use it in gifts.
Oh, that's smart too.
That's a really good way of doing it. The other one I recently got, see what the name of it is, called Receipt Hog. Does anyone else use that? And this one, very similar. You just take picture of the receipt and then you can cash it to like Amazon or PayPal. And then Visa or I said Amazon, Visa, or PayPal. And then if you there's certain like bonuses, and when you reach those, you get extra spins. And it has like a slot machine and where you can win like a whole bunch of points. But so far I haven't got there. But yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just letting it accumulate until I need it. And so right now I have enough for $5, but I'm getting close to, I'm 1,000 points away from a $15 one. So yeah, I just let that go. And then I like Lisa's idea, cash them all in around Christmas time.
Another bonus hack we do too, we're curtailing it because we're not going out to eat, but when we do go out to eat, we do almost all of the restaurants on open table. Because then you accrue points for that too.
Yeah. Because we've cashed those in and gotten $100 restaurant card, right?
Uh-huh.
22Q Cat said, I should have sold a lot of that stuff. I just wanted it gone and out of the house. Took so many carloads to Goodwill. They asked if I was moving. I gave them so much stuff. Right? I know, because sometimes I think about that too. I'm like they say, when you're done with the garage sale, box off what you didn't sell and take it to, Goodwill or Salvation Army or one of those, right? But I'm like, I put in all this effort. I'm like, I'll just put it.
Save it next time.
And save it for next time.
And
because
we really did.
The $99 we made, I mean, that paid for my Kroger haul. So I bought all of my Kroger groceries, and I wasn't even being like, I could have been really cheap about it, but like $47 for the brisket. I bought 2 more weeks worth of Rock Stars for you, a couple more of the bubblies, because they had at that Kroger, because I went to Ubble, that Kroger had the cherry lemonade or cherry limeade.
That's the one I finished this morning.
Oh, I wanted to try that. I told you.
That was the one you already opened and drank.
No, I never opened it.
Oh, no. I had the one I drank today was one that was already opened.
Bubbly?
Yeah.
I never opened a bubbly. Aww.
Cherry limeade?
Yeah, that's the one I wanted.
Lemonade.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to try it. I told you.
Where was it at?
It was in that other fridge.
No, where did you buy it? I said.
Kroger.
I'll go right now and go get you another one.
Oh, you're going to go leave the live and not finish your taco and go buy another one.
That's what I have to do.
No, just listen.
I thought you had already drank it and didn't like it. And that's why it was still sitting there, because it was already opened.
Well, then you shouldn't have drank it if it was already open, because I never opened it.
Because we even talked about it.
No, what we talked about is I said, I bought that one because I really want to try it. So make sure you have it for me.
I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. I'll go get you another one right now. As soon as we finish this.
You're not going to drive all the way to Humble for 99 cents. I'm just saying.
This Kroger doesn't have it. There's one right here by us.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. We will fix it.
Sharon said, I'm okay with shorts. I only watch yours. No one else's shorts. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. That's so sweet of you. Mom Bear Lynette said, I like shorts, but this particular pimento cheese recipe might lend itself to a full length one a little better. Yeah, maybe. But honestly, like the Keto Chow Fudge, we got almost 500 views on the short. So sometimes our shorts get a lot more views because some of our videos we put out don't even break 100.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal is to get it to break 1,000. So it's kind of sad when, we're not even getting to 100. Shauna said shorts. It's a trap. I watched Nud or about 450. Right. And then 3 hours later.
Uh-huh.
And Renee said, me too. Shauna said, sorry I'm quiet. I'm getting all my autopay switched over to my new SoFi account. Way to go. And Renee said, what flavors did you like? I've only got to try one.
Stop it.
So I don't know.
Stop it.
And Shauna said, oh my God, drama. And Renee said, Mom and Dad are fighting. We haven't even started fighting.
Oh, really?
We'll save that for later. 22Q Cat said, $99 for your garage sale's good, especially when people are trying to buy everything for a quarter. Good for you, Shelly. I mean, I know, but then I hear other people and they make several $100s. So
they also don't know exactly what all they're selling either. Though.
And there was a house that I could see that was kind of like diagonal from me, and they constantly had cars stopped at theirs, whereas I had a lot of people who would just roll on by. So, and I thought putting the saws right there would have got a lot of people's attention. But then you get people who garage sell for specific reasons. I had several that were like, do you have any jewelry or watches? Nope. And thankfully, because the guy that asked me that, get this, one of the neighbors said he came to theirs and stole some of their rings.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, I don't wear. I was thinking about it. I have a jewelry cabinet, and I probably should put that out for the garage sale. And I have lots of jewelry in there, and I just never wear it. So I probably should sell all of that jewelry.
Wasn't a lot of that gifted to you also, though?
Yeah.
Like hand-me-downs?
Yeah. So I should put that out there and display it and have people sell, but I put it right beside me so I can see what they're taking.
Right.
It was a great suggestion. Claudia, welcome.
Howdy.
She goes, maybe always buy 2 of everything new for each of you to try. Obviously.
Somebody's on to something.
Because me telling, obviously, isn't working. Keto in the Mist. Hey!
Seen you in a while?
Love seeing you guys cook. I just cut up a cheap roast to make beef jerky. Oh, yeah.
Nice. You want any more of this?
Yeah, I'll take a little more.
Let her put it right up and down.
I just want a couple of these little in pieces. There, you can have the rest.
And then do me a favor, set the pork rinds over here.
Okay. She said, I just cut up a cheap roast to make beef jerky, seasoned with red pepper, Redmond's lemon pepper, liquid aminos, and a fresh squeezed orange.
Oh,
ooh,
wow.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That'll be really good. We haven't made jerky in forever. We used to make it a lot more when he worked in the truck because that would be a good little snack for him to take with him. Okay, and then Caden's got a question for you. So you cooked the brisket in the oven at 200 degrees overnight, then wrapped it. How long did you wrap? So how long did it go in the oven? You pulled it when it read 174.
Yeah.
Or you try to pull it when it's between 150 and 170. So I think that's why it's a little dry.
Okay. Why don't you do this for them? Pull up the thing, copy paste it into the chat.
Why don't you tell too,
okay.
and I'll do that.
Okay. So yeah, cook it at 200 until the internal temperature runs anywhere between 150 and 170. Then you're gonna pull it. You're gonna wrap it in butcher paper, but first you're gonna put it. You're gonna slather very generously with tallow. So what we did is when we trimmed the brisket, we put all that into a Dutch oven, all those pieces, and let it cook at the same time the brisket's cooking. Then I pulled out all the big pieces, put them in another little pan because those are going to be dog treats now. The rest of it with the liquid part is the tallow. That's what I drenched the brisket in. Then I wrapped it in butcher paper, put it back in the oven, and then I cooked it, turned the heat up to 250, and then you cook it until the internal temperature reaches 205.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that, the only thing when I'm cooking like that, the only thing I ever cook by time is my pork ribs. Everything else I always cook by temperature. And honestly, I can't tell you how long that all lasted. I mean, on these cooks, we went to bed last night, and when I woke up this morning, it was at 2. I mean, the temp it was at 174. So I was like, all right, well, that'll work. But like you said too, it was kind of overcooked.
Mm-hmm. Slightly overcooked. Mm-hmm. And then, not only that, then after it reaches internal temp, let it rest at least bare minimum an hour.
Yeah, at least 1 hour.
Preferably, I would say 2, 3.
Yeah.
Even like when we did it for Parker Palace barbecue meetup, I think it rested 6 hours. Mm-hmm. So let it rest a minimum of 1 hour. I would say if you only have like a 12-pound brisket before you trim it, yeah, probably 12 hours is good. I mean, an hour is good. But if you have a bigger brisket, 15, 16 pounds or 17 pounds, you want to have a longer rest time.
It lets the interior congeal back together better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Was it?
Julie in the Pines. Hey, welcome back. Said, hi, guys. Looks great on my break at work. Glad I caught this.
Oh, nice.
Well, thanks for stopping by on your break. That's awesome. Isn't it hard sometimes having to work like on a weekend?
Uh-huh. Like every Saturday?
Yeah, because he has to work every Saturday. And get this, y'all. So I was.
Do you want it?
No. I was having a little bit of. I thought about it for like 2 seconds.
Oh.
But that Scotty's Ferment, he's at a few area farmers markets, and which are on Saturdays. They're, like the one probably he needs help with is the one downtown. So it's about a 30-minute drive. And he was like, he was looking to hire somebody to help with the booth. You would have to set the booth up and be there, which is normally, 8 to 2 o'clock or whatever, shut down time. And if anybody be interested, he was hiring. And I thought, well, that would be something I could do on a Saturday morning and get a little bit of money. I'm sure he's probably he's probably only paid like, hey, if you work, you get $50 or something. Right. And I thought about it, but then I was like, but then guess what's coming up? July.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't want to sit at the market from 8 until 2
in the
heat, and then having to pack everything, set it up and then break it down in the 500-degree weather. I was like, no.
You work indoors for a reason.
No, never mind. So, and again, I thought about it for a half a second, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Sorry, Scotty.
But
nope.
It would have been kind of fun if it was like an indoor farmer's market.
And if he was going to teach you stuff too as you're going, you'd probably pick his brain a lot too.
No, I wouldn't be with him.
Oh, you'd be running the booth.
Yeah, because he would be at another one.
Oh, no.
Laura S. Hey! Hi, guys. Been here a while, watching on my TV, not my phone. I'm enjoying the MS Journey lives.
Oh, nice.
Well, thank you,
Thank
Laura.
you.
I'm so glad.
Another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, I was kind of debating what we were doing. I got to reach out to my mother. Because next weekend?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday is Mother's Day. So we're trying to decide on what to do to celebrate Mother's Day with my mommy. We're thinking about just having her
what?
My mommy. Having her over to we would cook for her.
Yeah, but you don't know if she's able to drive yet.
So I thought I was going to reach out to her later this week and see what's going on. Because, like, usually for her birthday.
For her birthdays, we usually send her a gift card to Starbucks. That's where she loves to get her coffee or frappuccinos.
Right.
And I was saying, well, I'd already planned on, we'll just send her, re-up her Starbucks, right?
I think that's just a blah.
But he felt like that was a bit impersonal. And I was like, well, because
honestly, what I was telling her is
this is what he woke me up with.
No, it's like, well, down in Pearland is where she lives. I was like, well, there's a Gringos right there. That's the first one I went to, anyways. It's the original Gringos. We know we like that restaurant, so let's take her. She goes, yeah, but we're not eating out. I was like, oh, that's right, duh. And then we'd have to drive an hour down to Pearland and fight all that traffic. And she's like, well, then what are we going to do out the live?
And remember, they're going to be swamped on Mother's Day. Every restaurant is going to be so swamped. You're going to be mad because we're going to have to be waiting another 30, 45 minutes just for a table.
And they don't take reservations.
Right.
So it'd be more personable and cleaner if we just cook here.
Yeah, if she wants to.
But it means she may guest appear for us on the live.
Yeah, or she might, if she can't drive up here, and if she's okay with that.
Because usually when she does drive up, though, she wants to do it earlier, so that would be perfect then.
Right, or we could just give her, re-up the Starbucks.
Right.
And I said, if we could give more than normal, because we wouldn't be going out to eat.
Right.
So that money we would save... then we could do, give her a little bit more Starbucks card. And then that way we save on gas.
Right.
And time and going out to eat and all that. Since we already said we're not going out for the month of May.
Right.
And then Renee said, so take her out a different day for Mother's Day.
That's true too.
Right.
But the only thing of it is I'm only off on Tuesdays and Sundays.
Yeah. And I told him she might already have plans since she's living with your sister. Right. Your sister might already have things to do.
Right.
Mom Bear Lynette said, unfortunately, I doubt that I'll be able to see next Sunday's live. It's Mother's Day, and I won't have any nurses helping me with my son.
Right.
And he requires 100% assistance. So sorry to miss it. Oh, that's okay.
That's what we're debating also is if we should even have one. Y'all should tell us. Should we even have one next week?
We were thinking, well, we could have one and just keep it short, right? Keep it like to an hour.
Time by.
Right. And just talk about his MS and all, and then that's it. And then when you feel ready to get up and clean up, then you can hand me that measuring cup so we could start making the fudge.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what we were like. Well, because I told him, I said, I don't know if anybody even want to come to our live on Sunday since that's Mother's Day. What do y'all think? Or do y'all want to?
We just know one person's not going to come in, so that helps a little bit.
Right. And of course, there's always the replay. But yeah, would that be?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but would that be something you're up to, or do you feel like, nah, let's just skip it altogether? I like this. Renee said, or have a meal delivered to her if she can't drive and she gets to relax and y'all don't have to eat out too.
Oh, that's true. It's a very good idea. Uber Eats, because we're always getting stuff in from them anyways. Use our coupon. Thank you. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
I gotta go use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, guys.
Laura said, I'll be with my mom on Mother's Day. It's been 10 years since I've seen her. My past health issues have kept me from traveling. I guess that's another NSV. El Paso, here I come. Laura, that is an amazing NSV. I think any way where you can now have movement or a change that dramatically makes your life better, I feel like is the best NSV. Because that's really what it's about. Because guess what? You could weigh 140 pounds and still not be able to do anything and be hurt and full of pain. Because I think it's kind of a like people always assume if you're thin, you're able-bodied.
Where is the chocolate? I left it sitting right here.
Well, you moved that tray.
Oh, it was on the tray. Okay, my bad.
Because Renee can tell you how many people that she has that are skinny, right? Way well within the guidelines. But guess what? Aren't able to do things. So to me, if you're able to do stuff, I'll need the heavy. We'll put all that up and then get the heavy cream. So I love that. That's an amazing thing. And to be able to go see her, that's great.
That's amazing, yeah.
Patty said, we'll be eating Buc-ee's for Mother's Day since we'll be driving. Well, hey, get you some brisket at Buc-ee's, right? That'll be awesome. And then, just get the heavy cream and the butter. Oh, yeah, if you haven't gone to Aldi yet, Aldi had their Irish butter marked down to $2.85. So I went ahead and got it. Usually I get it every other week, but when I saw it was marked down, and then a knife and the scale. Scale. When I saw it was marked down, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get this.
A butter knife?
Yeah. So let me pour my heavy cream. And I think I said a fourth of a cup, but it's actually a half a cup. I was thinking 4 ounces. And then 2 tablespoons of butter or 1 ounce of butter.
You already done with this?
For the first cup, yeah. I'll just leave it there for a little bit. Because remember, we got to do this twice.
I'm going to reuse this a little bit. But then y'all made a silly question earlier, too. I asked her, I said, well, do we want an avocado with lunch? I was like, wait a minute, we got all this guacamole. We don't need...
So it says 0.3. Right. There we go. 0.5 and scissors. Renee said the worst I've ever felt was when I was less than 120 pounds. Wow. But dang, and people didn't compliment me, but I was so sick on the inside. Oh my gosh, 120. That just sounds crazy to me. Okay, so now 8 ounces of chips. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to tell Heath to get me the ones out of the fridge. Oh, well. It's 8.6. So the next one, we'll use the 2 that are in the fridge first. No, let's see. All right, yeah, perfect. So, yeah, and then you'll put that in the microwave for a minute and get me a one of the pink spatulas.
Well, you said 1 minute?
Yeah, 1 minute. See, I've got 2 here. And then I also need...
Whoa. In a minute and a half.
Yeah, you could take those bottles out of that. I was just doing that to get it to form.
I like your form.
Goodness, Heath. And the pink spatula. Grazie.
What?
I just like this spatula because it's like almost a cup here, y'all. So, but yeah, so this could be exciting. I'm excited for this fudge. So we got vanilla cream and orange mango. I don't know what I said orange for, but I think this is going to be really good. The one last week that Sean recommended, the red, he said it was like red velvet. I'm not sure if it was exactly like that, but it was very good. And that was the red licorice with the white. And that red licorice, oh my gosh. And I think that is our last one because I think it was Paul or somebody was like, oh, you must, or somebody commented, you must have been hiding that one. And yeah, we kind of were.
Yeah, because I dug around in the big tote and the thing over here and I don't see anymore.
Yeah, that was our last one. We do have 2 black licorice. Okay, and then you just kind of stir.
So we have 4 left, so I'm going to take the smallest one right now.
And feed your wife.
I'm going to give you a big one.
Okay.
Oh, as I throw it at you.
So appropriate. That's what happens all the time, right, ladies? Mmm.
For what?
Mm-hmm. That is good. Okay, so we're doing vanilla cream first. And see, I'm just trying to get there.
You already... No, guys, actually, you already have it. The kimchi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what else has been going on? How did your DDPY go this week? Now, you said you wanted to show some pictures, right?
Yeah. Well, there's just so much stuff I did around the house. Because actually, instead of the DDPY in several days, I just worked from the yard.
All right. So, let me share.
Probably going to have to do that next week, too. Because that
tree. Here, I'm going to full screen it. So, here's the wood, right?
It's all the limbs that were already in that I put out to the street that they refused to take.
Yeah, so that's the dolly.
Yeah.
You kind of see the handle to the dolly. So that's how big it was.
And that's me starting to fill the trash can. That's all the little limbs. And I was going to take another picture, but I forgot. But that thing was completely full.
Yes.
And I took half of that stack to fill it. And then I had to do a second stack.
Yes. And then the other thing you did, you wanted to show everybody. Mm-hmm. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's that one.
Oh, we had an order for some.
That's the order.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see the bottles then.
It's in there. It's just.
Oh, here, I see it now. So what else did you do?
I made 7 or 8. No.
7 chicken.
Yeah. Chicken broth. And then we did some more bone broth, beef bone broth.
4 of the beef bone broth. And what we did is all of our onions, jalapenos, any vegetables.
Yeah.
I kept a bag in the freezer and like all of the onion skins, all the garlic skins, all the jalapeno like tops.
Yeah.
And carrot tops and all of that. I just kept filling up this bag in the freezer.
All the stems, like the jalapenos too, right?
Yeah. And then we just threw that all in there with it and then strained it out. That's what you're seeing in this picture is him. He's got the strainer there catching any of the stuff. And that's one of the chicken ones. And I guess that's it then.
Yeah.
So, that turned out really good.
The
And
only bad part.
Yeah.
I saw because we put all the jars in the freezer to hold them. We preserve them basically.
Well, because they say fresh homemade is only going to last about a week in the fridge. And so I was like, there's no way we're going to drink that many in a week.
Well, I went out there to get something else out of the freezer, and one of the lids had popped off.
Because I didn't tighten them.
Yeah.
For reasons.
So what I did was grab this. I have a whole stack of these containers, and I grabbed one of these and set it in it. So whenever it started thawing, if it would all collect in there. Well,
as it thawed,
it cracked, and the whole thing just fell apart in there. So I had to carry it out in the rain and throw it away. Threw it on top of all the wood that was thrown away.
Yeah.
And so we lost one bottle.
Yeah, and it was the chicken, so I'm okay.
And the best part about it, like I think all but one jar was all upcycled jars we saved.
Yeah. So I just add a little bit of the keto chow at a time as I mix it in. And then Laura had a question. Mm-hmm. She says, I love black licorice. What will you make with it?
Probably fudge. Or I think we've done it one other time. We actually just use it to make ice cream.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite things to do. Actually, okay, so I got total three. There's three things I love to do with keto chow. One, the fudge. Two is the ice cream. And three is my barbecue sauce. But I only use their tomato basil, the creamy tomato basil for the barbecue sauce.
I mean,
and I have a video for that too.
Yeah, but we'll probably do fudge. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people said do the black licorice with white chocolate chips. Mm-hmm. What do y'all think? That's what some people said. I don't know if it's the cook-along or somewhere. Somebody was like, no, the black should be with the white.
Okay, but why? What's the cook-along? What's the thinking behind that?
Because they think that the chocolate will overpower it too much. Okay. But I thought the chocolate would be good because, like, I remember getting chocolate dipped licorice. Oh. And I thought that was amazing. But
how many licorice do we have?
We have 2 black licorice left.
We'll want to do that.
We can do a side by side.
Yeah, do one walk. Oh, black and whites.
Yes, like we're doing this is 2.
Yeah.
We could do black and white, black licorice. So one white and one black.
The Asian thing, you know,
the yin and yang.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Right.
And then Patty said she has a couple black licorice left too. Need to figure out what to do with them. Well, see, there we go. Bye, Sharon. She said, sorry, got to go. Steph needs my assistant. See you later at Coffee Talk. That's right. Just a couple hours till then.
Yeah.
And then Laura said, I didn't buy the red or the black licorice ones. I love licorice. Mm-hmm. I like it's.
Didn't buy more.
Yeah, I do love candy licorice. It's always been my. So we had to get that, and we just have a few left. So this is the vanilla cream, and then. And I guess we'll let this set up before we start on the next one, right?
Okay.
And just kind of spread this out.
Man, I'm full.
Right? I bet.
That was such a good taco, though.
Right. So, Renee, I didn't see. How long is Pancho going to be in Mexico? Okay. Where's that knife?
I thought I also had it.
And then Lisa said, good night, Patty.
Here you go.
Lisa said, I'm making beef stock right now. I got some carcass bones from the farmer's market. Oh, nice. How nice. That'll make amazing beef stock.
It is.
We have some of those too, and a whole bunch of bone marrow to make for the broth. But what Heath made this time, so it didn't give us that rich, dark brown. Mm-hmm. It was just basically used beef bones, like from the ribs and prime ribs, that kind of thing.
I think there may have been a couple in there from like a ribeye.
Yeah.
But usually we give those to the dogs. So.
Right? All right. And then you want to put that in the fridge, and then we'll start on the other one shortly.
Oh, and while I'm up, I still have to go use the bathroom. What's going on?
That's good. And Patty said she's got to go. Everyone enjoy the rest of your weekend. You too. Lisa said, I put my stock broth in gallon bags and lay them down to freeze. Oh, that's a good job.
That's smart. That's why I used to do my sausage.
Yeah. Yeah, and we also, like the little Chinese containers or the little plastic ones, we've used those as well. Renee said, just a few days. His son's birthday is today. Oh, that's nice. Well, is it a long, did he fly? I'm being so nosy. Did he fly or drive? Is it a long drive or flight? Shauna said, I have a few more black licorice. I wish I had more. Right? We just have two left, and then we're done. Maybe they'll bring it back, right? Mom Bear Lynette said, I really love your bakey dish. Where did you get it? Oh, thank you. Actually, we got it in Mexico. I think we got it in Jalisco. And because that's what I love to do when we travel is I love finding local artists or, I remember this was a place where everything was made by local artisans. And it was like a co-op. So, different people did different things. Like some people did type of stained glass. Some people did, bakeware. There was people who did more of lamps and vases and stuff. And I don't know, there was a whole bunch of different local people that was all in this store. And so this one is the one that we, I was like, well, I mean, it wasn't so big. And I was like, I think that's a good size where we could use it for making. And so, and then plus, since we were traveling, when you travel, you're just always like, oh, I don't want to come back with anything too big. So I was like, that's small enough to fit in our luggage and we could keep it protected. So, yeah.
All right. I got another question.
Uh-oh.
They're asking all me these questions of me. I got a question for them.
Oh.
Am I the only one that feels like I work harder on my days off around stuff around the house than I do my actual day job?
I definitely feel like I do.
Because I wonder now if it's because I work from home now versus working out in the field doing stuff on the
Oh, well, yeah, that makes a big impact.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I work from home. Mm-hmm. I think it's different. When I do my job, it's very mental heavy. Mm-hmm. I feel like I have to be sharp. That's why even on days I'm fasting, I still have my fatty coffee because I really feel like the MCT oil just helps me focus a little better. I could tell after I've had my coffee, I feel a little more focused on everything. So it's like a mental thing. Whereas I feel like on our days off, yesterday was an exception because of the garage sale. But otherwise, go and do it all the grocery shopping and stuff. I'm more active on my days off.
Well, you were real active yesterday too, getting set up and breaking down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. So I didn't do my squats yesterday or today, because it was yesterday just setting up the garage sale, breaking the garage sale down, and then going grocery shopping and all. I definitely upped my physical activity. And then today I didn't do my squats, but as soon as I got up, we stripped the bed and then I dusted.
You do that next too. Go put that up.
Put that in the dryer.
Right.
Dusted and then swept. So I was still active for, what did I say, about 45 minutes to an hour when I first woke, was officially up. So I didn't sit down after we got up out of bed. So I've been active for that length of time.
All right.
So yeah, I do feel more physical. And then after we do this, then a little bit, we want to do the pimento cheese.
And the dishes.
Yeah, and dishes. Mm-hmm. And did we decide, are we doing the pimento cheese as a short or a long?
They were supposed to vote. They said a long.
Well, I think we had one or two that said long and maybe a couple that said short.
I want to do long.
You want to do long now? Because you were the one earlier that was like, no, I just want a short.
All right. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a short because we have to do the intro, outro, all that stuff.
I don't know.
My couch is missing me.
Oh, listen to this. So Renee said he drove his motorcycle 5 hours. He's one of those that goes last minute with just a backpack, hits the road, and I'm the planner. Drives me nuts. Opposites attract.
Obviously.
Wow. Yeah, that would drive me nuts too. Like, just imagine getting up and being like, okay, we're going to drive 5 hours today.
Oh, no. But I think that's awesome. They're meshing.
Right. That is cool.
Yeah, I'm happy for her.
And she said his son turns 12 today. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got to go.
And El Strange said, oh, sweet. And then Lisa said, I haven't been doing as much lately and weekends, relaxing from the week. Right? That's true. Just relax and see how it goes, right?
Planning chores and stuff I got to do on Tuesday, my next day off.
I know. Renee said, do what gets views. Yeah, and you never know with the shorts, because one keto chow fudge we put out, I think didn't even break 100. But then the next one, same thing, was still keto chow fudge, but it got like almost 500 views.
Maybe it's the flavor you did.
Maybe, or maybe it was the title or the timing. Right. It just, you never know. So, okay. So get you views. I feel like we'd probably get more views, honestly, with the pimento cheese short. Because I could just see the title, like, eat quick and easy pimento cheese. And homemade, and just showing how easy it is. Because it is just mayo and cheese and pimentos. We'll, of course, do jalapenos because we're at that. And we're also going to do our homemade mayo as chipotle mayo. Is that what you decided? What?
That sounds amazing, actually.
You had a thought.
Well, I was thinking is we're going to do the torpedoes. So we need to hollow out the those jalapenos. So the innards we're taking out would be good to mix in to use. But I can save those and do them like scrambled eggs or something.
Lisa said short. Oh, Lynette now says do the short. Okay. Renee said, I say do a short and maybe do it on the live for those that want more details. Oh. That's true. Yeah. And I have yet to see anybody comment on our short saying, I want the full thing. Right. But I kind of feel like we have one from like 2 or 3 years ago when we first discovered it. It did a long video. Okay. But I'll have to check later. But I feel like because this isn't the first time we've made the keto chow pimento cheese.
That's true.
Lynette said, if it'll get you more views, do the short. I mean, I feel like it.
And they're easier, actually.
Yeah, it is a lot easier. Renee said, it's weird. We've been dating since August, and he's seen me at my lows through surgery and stress of house and move, and he's still around. Well, of course he's still around because you're amazing.
That's how you know he's a keeper, too.
Well,
we only briefly met him, but I was impressed.
Right. And honestly, I just feel like, Renee, you are so amazing. Yeah. Like, that's the bare minimum. That's the low set of the bar. Of course he should do that because you're amazing. What idiot wouldn't be with you through all of that? That's true. Right? Too. You know, like, yeah, if he really respects you and wants to be with you, of course he's going to do all of that. That's a sign of like a guy who is going to be there, right? And a guy who does realize how awesome you are as a person. Again, only a stupid man would quit through that and not realize. And that type of person isn't worth your energy, right? Because you deserve better than that. And Lisa said, he's a keeper, right?
Yeah.
And Renee said, y'all are being nice, but y'all know I could be a shit too. I mean, everybody could be a shit, but that doesn't negate the fact that you're an amazing person and you deserve somebody who realizes how amazing you are. Like, right. I know I'm a shit person at times, but he, you know, he'll get aggravated, but then he'll, you know, then he realizes where what the candy comes from or something. What's the saying?
That's true.
I just have to remind him.
They used to say where the bread is buttered.
Right. He knows where his bread's buttered. So then he like forgives me for my shenanigans because I know I'm not a perfect person, but I also know my value. I know, hey, everybody, nobody out there can say, oh, I'm perfect all the time. I don't have any flaws. I don't have any this or that or drama, blah, blah. Everybody does at times. It's just whatever triggers those. And, sometimes you can be with a person that triggers that stuff more often.
Right.
That's definitely possible because I feel like that's how it was with my parents, that they each knew how, or even did it subconsciously, how to tick the other person off. And they just did that to each other all the time.
It was oil and water.
Yeah. Well, and you can't really have two narcissists.
Right.
And, they just, and so they did that all the time. So it's just, but guess what? They both had good relationships afterwards because I feel like they met somebody who wasn't like they meshed well because they figured out what you can, put up with and you don't trigger each other in that way. So sometimes I feel like, when people are like, oh, I just had horrible relationships. Well, sometimes it is you keep dating the same type of person and that type of person just brings out the worst in you instead of the best in you. And then eventually you meet somebody who brings out the best in you. And then you realize it's not you as a person. It's just sometimes you get with somebody who just does that. And we've worked with people like that, right? Mm-hmm. Like I've been in jobs where I know I'm a good employee, but you get with somebody and you're just like, oh, like every day you're just, and it's not anything about you as a worker or that person as a worker. It's just a huge clash. And I think that happens in relationships all the time. And you just have to figure out what are those clashes, those things that trigger you or you don't like, and you find somebody who will compliment you rather than work against you.
Right.
And I feel like that's with Heath and I, right? On a whole, I feel like we compliment each other. Like I kind of understand you when you're running around and I mean, y'all have been with me. You know how you can be sometimes, but I feel like I'm a little more lax on things.
Usually.
So I can kind of, like, I try to like bring him down a couple notches. And then sometimes I think also where we compliment is like, because I'm so thrifty on things and I'm constantly like, no, that isn't worth it. Where you're like, let's buy it all. And so we kind of come together on that, right?
And I just suffer, yes.
And you just suffer, yeah, as I'm making him fudge, y'all.
You're making it for you too.
Renee said, it isn't common that you just start dating in just a couple weeks. I have surgery. It can't do all the cutesy little dating things, Well, that's true. Well, but I also think it age.
Because I think this way too, though. 6 weeks and we were married.
Well, it was a little longer. But anyways, yeah, I think it just depends on age. Because like when Heath and I met, I'd already been married once. And I dated a lot. So I knew what I did and did not want. And I knew what I was looking for. And so kind of right off the bat, we were just kind of like, okay, this is this is that. And we just kind of, okay, yeah, we agree on these things kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a lot. But see, that's how, hey, he can go through that, right?
Right.
Lynn said, sounds like the real deal to me. He's obviously not concerned with having to do all the normal dating things. Does he have an older brother for me? Lynn, you are funny. Look, I might.
That's fine.
Might as well, right? I got another one. I bought one yesterday. Also, at that Aldi. So I went to the Aldi in Humble. It was only $4.09. The Aldi closest to me, it's $5.09 for a quart of heavy cream. So I was like, well, I'm going to grab that while I'm here. There you go. So yeah, that Aldi over in Humble definitely had a little bit better prices on some stuff. And I was trying to think, there was something else I saw at that Aldi that I was just like, ooh, that looks good. I don't know why I turned that off. 0.5, y'all.
Here.
Okay. Oh, Renee said he does have brothers, but they're married. Aw. Darn.
Okay. Before you pour them all out, I want one. Huh?
Where's your hand? One.
Thank you.
All right. And then Heath had pulled up because we were looking. I said, I know, because I didn't buy any lilies yesterday because at Kroger, they were $7.99 a bag. I'm like, oh, that's ridiculous. So I said, well, I didn't go to H-E-B yesterday because, after the garage sale, they go grocery. So he decided today to go to H-E-B and get the lilies because it's only, what is it, $6.74 there?
I want to say it was $6.88. But where's the receipt? You already
yeah. Well, I know when I bought it last week, it was $6.82. But he got it at there, but he was pulling up, what was it, Walmart.
Yeah. Well, I just went to Google and just punched it in because I was checking to see if they had it cheaper, like at Whole Foods or something like that. And then we're also looking to see if they could get it like in bulk at Amazon or whatever.
We did say at Amazon it would be cheaper, but you had to buy 12 bags, right?
Yeah, it was ended up being like, for 12 bags, it was like $65. But overall, price per bag would have been cheaper, but we don't want to spend $65 on it right now.
Right.
It's not right now.
Now we're good. And you put that butter up. But yeah, so you can, but I was like, oh, I don't want to spend $65 for 12. And it would be 12 bags of all the same. So it'd be 12 bags of white chocolate.
Yeah, but as much as we're using it.
And I know though, after a couple weeks, he'd be like, I want something else besides white chocolate.
Or, we have this one, I can just snack one.
Yeah, and here you put that on there, but that board really needs to be washed. Okay. I see a lot of oil on it. Okay. Shauna said an uncle, perhaps.
Oh, wow. What? Seriously?
Yeah. Shauna said, woo, I'm almost done changing all money thanks to my new SoFi. I'm so happy for you. Me too. I love SoFi. And if anybody's interested in SoFi, I do have I do have 25. If you open an account with our link, you get $25 to towards your new account. So if you're interested, so SoFi, their banking does earn, I think it's 0.5 or 0.6 interest. It's just the regular checking. But if you do a direct deposit, your savings account will be at 4.6% currently, subject to change, as the feds decide what to do later on with the interest rates. So it'll probably say 4.6 for at least a couple more months. So if you're interested, let us know. We can send you a referral link and you'll get $25 added to your account. That's just free money. I love free money. Mm-hmm. 22Q Cat said, I just paid $3.79 for a tiny pint of heavy cream at Kroger this morning. That's $7.58 a quarter. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. But I know you said last time you can't do a whole quart because, usually if you do get like a quart, it'll end up being cheaper per ounce than the pint, but still, yeah, you paid $3.79 for a pint, where I paid $4.09 for a quart, and what is that? 2 pints per quart. So yeah, that's kind of sad, right? I paid what is that? 30 cents more and got double.
You ready for me to pull that other one out of the fridge now? Pour that on it? You let it sit for a second.
Let's see. Well, in case you want to get up in like another minute, but if you don't feel like getting back
nope,
up,
nope.
But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh man, I'm so full.
But I had fun at Aldi yesterday. I got some more of those atomic pickles.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they are good. And of course, I got my milk, and they had also the cream cheese back down to $1.45 each block. So that's pretty good price.
Dude, we need to get that softened.
Oh yeah, we do.
And you wanted the whole block, right? Or that one partial?
I think it's a whole block.
Well, we had that one container. It was all masking.
Oh, I didn't know we had one opened. And then you were going to wash the wooden board.
Yeah, but I want to do it on camera. Yeah, we got this guy.
Oh, okay, good.
Because you only need 4 ounces, right?
I think. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, 22Q Cat said, ha ha ha, Shauna even tried to find me a man, but hey, thanks.
Hey. For the horde.
I mean, we're just trying to help, right?
You brought it up. We were just trying to assist.
Lee said, how much is the milk at Aldi? It was $2.32 for a gallon of whole milk.
I got to put this in the other fridge. That's me.
So yeah, it's still the cheapest around here for a gallon, but I always compare and see, because sometimes Joe V's will have, but I think Joe V's is $2.46 for a gallon. So yeah, $2.32, but I'm gonna need it because my Kiefer, they're hungry little things. But I'm thinking the extra. I have another quart of Kiefer. And it's just getting too much, especially since he feels like he can't have as much cheese because the Kiefer cheese, because he thinks that was causing some bathroom issues. So I think I'm just going to take the other quart with those Kiefer grades and just end up giving it to the dogs this week because it's just, I can't keep, it's just too much. And my Kiefer, it was doubling like every week. So I even feel like now I'm just gonna have to take extra grains and just start putting it in with the dog's food because it's too much, especially if I'm not gonna be making the cheese all the time either. I don't know. It's hard to drink a quart of kefir a day, especially when I'm fasting. I didn't take any of the kefir. So, last week with a long fast, that was several days just piling up a kefir. But I did drink a quart of it on Friday. But still, I have 3 quarts left that I need to drink of kefir. So I'll need to drink some of it today.
All right. Sorry to disappear like that by Jenga with that fridge.
Oh.
To get the stuff in there.
Lee said, I've been putting mine in the fridge, slowing it down. Yeah, I finally had to do that because I ran out of room to keep all the kefir this week. But still, it's just a mess. What did I get myself into, right?
This was all your idea.
I know. I mean, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It just, when I'm fasting, it really puts a hinder on things because It's like, okay, I'm not drinking a quart of it then.
And I'm not a big fan of it anyway, so I'm not helping her drink it. So.
Right. And how did your fast go, Lisa? Because I know you tried fasting this week. How did it end up going for you? This orange is smelling good. Lisa said, I got raspberry kombucha from the farmer's market.
Oh,
so
wow.
good. That sounds really good.
It does.
My goodness. Yeah, I think after the live, I'm going to go drink another quart of my kefir. And then I did pick up a couple kombuchas yesterday. I had, because Kroger as well was on their Kavita, that water kefir. They had, they were on sale 2 for $6. Then Kroger had a digital coupon. If you bought 2, you got another $1.20 off. So that means I got 2 bottles of the water kefir for $4.80. So I did that, and
Then you say you also had another coupon for my Rockstar, and you got $5 back.
oh yeah, for y'all that like Rockstar, every week I'm getting that coupon where if you buy 2 Rockstars, they send you $5. Well, with them being on sale at 99 cents, then I just bought I bought him another 14 of them, another 2 weeks worth, and I got $5 back. So that helps. And last week we got $5. He got his $5 because it's every other week. So next week that means Heath will be eligible for another $5 back, and they're supposed to do it all summer long.
That's awesome.
So if y'all are into that, I'll look up the link if you're drinking Rockstar, so you get that $5. Which, like normally, like for Heath. Well, the last time I did it, I bought it at HEB because they were on sale like 2 for $4, but then Rockstar gave me 5, so I made money. And then last week we made money because we basically got 5 for free.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing this weekend. So yesterday, I bought that. So that helps. Okay, well, if you want to go get the fudge out, I think it's pourable. Lisa said, I've been doing OMAD every day, so 24-hour fast, doing better than I thought. I'll shoot for longer fast next week. Well, I think that's awesome. Have you been able to tell a difference in the by doing OMAD? Because I did that. So this past week, I did a really long fast. It was like 100-something hours. And then the week before, though, I was doing OMAD. And I think this week, obviously I'm eating today, Sunday, but I'm thinking this week, I think I'm going to for sure fast Monday, maybe Monday and Tuesday, perhaps Wednesday as well. I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like I need to get it in because starting on Friday will be the last week of, like my, in the cycle, how Minnie Pels talks about that. So you're not supposed to really fast that last week, so that you have a good cycle and all that, and all the hormones are happy. So this week I can still fast. So I feel like, on the times that I can fast really long, I should. And because then the following week, then I'm going to be like, okay, I really shouldn't be doing these extended fasts. Wow, this even has a nice orange color to it. Wow. This is going to be beautiful when we cut it, y'all.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be gorgeous.
Oh,
because it's going to be like that white with the orange tint on it. Oh. Are you drooling over there?
Yes. Well, I was just thinking about, when can we show them? But I think we're going to run out of time to
show
them today. Because we have to get ready for coffee talk.
That's right. Is she going live today? Because I know she's exhausted from all her convention work.
Somebody message her, please.
Don't message her. No. She's busy at the convention.
No. Because it'll happen, right?
I think she said she'll go, but it's just going to be talking. Sure. Uh-huh. She's not going to, cook anything. She's going to talk about the convention and stuff.
All right.
Wow, this looks really good, y'all.
Well, I'm just thinking, we already got it dirty. Might as well go ahead and melt the brick, too.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what flavor.
I don't know. Yeah, did anybody order new keto brick? Because today he re-released the banana muffin.
That one was really good.
So if you're a fan of it, go place your order today while he still has it in stock.
Don't we have an open one in the?
Mm-hmm. There's 2 in there in a little bag.
Okay.
Where you keep your Lily's bars.
Okay.
There are little bags there, okay. Or no, they might be where I keep my butter.
Okay.
And then you put that up, but
yeah, I'm saying is get that and swap them.
It's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait till you pop it out. I want to get a picture on the side.
Yes.
2 layers.
Lisa said, I've been feeling good even without coffee. Oh my gosh, Lisa. It's wild. I even took the kids for breakfast yesterday and just drank water, and it was not hard. So when you're doing your fast, you're not even drinking coffee during them? Wow. are good.
Oh no, I can't have that one. That's
that's the peanut butter. But this should be the nootropic. And they're
this is banana muffin.
Oh, well, isn't that perfect? And I think it is kind of open on one side, so okay. Push it towards me. Yeah, see, kind of came open.
That's why we put it in the baggie, right?
Yeah.
And I love the peanut butter one. That's my favorite because just eating it by itself, it's like a piece of fudge. But I just can't have peanut butter anymore.
So banana muffin. Oh, wait, there's a little more. This is, again, what they re-released today. So if you're a fan of the Keto Brick Banana Muffin, go get that.
This one, though. This little extra in there.
Okay. And okay. Shauna said, nope, no banana brick muffin for this girl.
Was not a fan?
You were not a fan. Didn't care for it. Lisa said, no, just electrolytes or water. Way for you. I like my coffee too creamy, fatty, so I just don't. Well, that is awesome. I'm really proud of you because that is hard. Going 24 hours. Now, when you have your OMAG, do you have your coffee then, or are you just like skipping it all together? And it shut.
It will.
Because wow, that's amazing. Because it's hard to do that, I feel like. As I just enjoy my coffee so much. Laura said, I've not tried Keto Brick. What do you do with it? Well, we're back with it. Basically, we melt them down and then we pour them into a mold like these. We like this because it's got the little where you can pop it out. We make sure they're all pushed down. Yeah. And then they're just little bite size, kind of like an after dinner mint, as Heath would say. So that's what he generally does, melt them down into puck sizes so that then you can have it as an after dinner thing.
I really enjoy just doing drive-bys. And that's what I have. I figure that's better than having chocolate or anything else.
Right.
At least they're healthy.
Right. And it's like the perfect keto macro, where it's the 80-20-10. So, yeah, we do that. I feel like, what else have we done with Keto Brick? Didn't we make a Frosty with the nootropic?
Yeah.
You could just mix, more heavy cream and stuff, kind of do a Frosty. It'd be really thick.
But like I said, too, though, the peanut butter one is my favorite. I'm just sad I'm allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, and then she said, which one is your favorite, or do you recommend? What's your favorite? So his.
Good, or you want some more?
No, this is plenty.
Okay.
He does love the peanut butter. Of course, he can't have it because Robert confirmed it actually has peanut butter.
Same thing with the almond one. He uses actual almond in it, so I skipped those.
What is it? Okay, so they have cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Mocha.
Malt, the malt was good.
The malt. Oh, the brownie batter.
Yes,
but I think that one might be out of stock right now. But that's probably that's one of my top 3s.
Yeah.
And
the pecan.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Maple
that's
pecan.
probably my favorite when he has
pecan.
that. But again, that's seasonal.
Yeah, that one's good.
And then let me see. Let me look at theirs.
Is there a list? Oh man. Y'all are probably hired to hear and say me say it's so full.
Okay, so banana. Oh no, they do. Bell's brownie batter is in stock. I would say that's definitely my top 3. Chocolate malt is really good.
That was good.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Oh, I've never had that one. I had the peanut butter one.
Coconut cream. That one's okay. Milk and cookies, which is the cookies and cream. Yeah, that is okay. Mocha cream, I think is good.
Yes.
Oh, they do a mystery box now.
Oh, nice.
Nootropic is good,
That
but
one is good.
to me, it tastes just like a vanilla frosting.
Mm-hmm.
And then peanut butter. So yeah, I would say again, the I would rank it as the peanut butter, Bell's brownie, and probably the mocha. What how would you rank yours?
Probably the peanut butter, the Bell's brownie, and then I don't know that.
The
Probably
chocolate malt?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and then the nootropic.
Yeah, what about the banana muffin?
That one's pretty good too, actually. So I'm saying I like them all.
The banana muffin is seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, grab one of those while you can.
But I love doing them this way in the little molds.
Yeah, because at each bar it's like 1,000 calories, and again 80, 20, 10 fat, protein, and carbs. 80%, 20%, 10%. But when you break it into molds like this, I think holds what, 21?
I think so.
So, it makes it a lot easier, and it makes it better. Like if you are tracking, it's better to track when you are doing it this way into even pucks, because then you can just do that tracking a lot easier than if you were to just like pull one out.
But I liked one year at KetoCon, they were there, they're giving us samples away.
Yeah, that was last year.
And we happened to have an extra large Ziploc, and he just gave us like as much as we could hold.
Yeah.
And I brought them home, melted them the same way, so it was just one mystery flavor. That was really good too.
Yeah. And then after you make the molds, and each brick does tend to, like some bricks will fill up the whole mold here, which again, I think it's 21. Is that right?
7 times, yeah.
Yeah, 7 times 3, yeah. So 21. So some of them will fill up the whole mold. Some of them, like the nootropic,
only about 3/4.
Yeah, this one almost fills it. Oh, that one's a little short.
That's fine though, as long as it's close.
Well, I'm just saying I can fill.
Yeah. What I'd like to do also is go ahead and make a couple of Keto Chow creamies also in the same containers. I'm already dirty, so why not? It's just I'm not in the mood to get up right now.
Yeah.
I just figured, like I said, because the cross contamination of all these flavors is not going to bother me. So why not?
You want to lick it too, or no?
Yeah, I always want to lick it. Mm-hmm.
That's good. Ooh, a lot of comments. Okay, Lisa said, I do have my coffee after 24 hours and then try to squeeze in a big meal. Oh, good. Good. I was scared that for a second you were not having coffee at all. That just really. Laura said, which one? Okay, I read that one. And then Lisa said, buttered maple pecan and brownie are my favorites. Yeah, the buttered maple pecan is like really my favorite.
That's one I'm not allowed to have.
Yeah, but it's absolutely my favorite when it comes out. I always have to order more because I love that flavor so much. Lynette, she said, my favorite 2 keto brick flavors are chocolate mint and peppermint. Oh, I forgot about the peppermint.
And the chocolate mint, yeah. That one's good.
Yeah, I haven't
She's not a big fan of mint.
Yeah.
Remember, I think those are both seasonal.
And buttered maple pecan is absolutely excellent. Yes. Shada said she likes the Milka cookies, but not the cookies and cream. Yeah, the Bell's brownie batter is probably, again, I think that's I would think most everybody would say that's in their top 3, which is surprising since it is made with organs, right? And I was really hesitant because I was like, no, I don't need some organ tasting dessert, right? But you don't taste it. And that's the only time I would eat organs is that way.
What I'm really sad about, though, is I used to watch his live at 5 every Wednesday night. but I don't get off work till 5:30. By the time I log off, he's already done.
Yeah, because he usually when he does his lives,
He only goes like half an hour.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a business run.
Mm-hmm. Well, a little Rigel.
That's true too. Well, even before they had a baby, they were doing that.
Mm-hmm. That's good, y'all. Laura said, I'm really wanting my husband to go keto. I need to have some kind of treats for him because, of course, he wouldn't survive.
Well, there you go. There were these, the keto bricks, and then the fudge.
Yeah.
And then if you have a creamy, you got ice cream.
Yeah. Has anybody tried the Aldi keto ice cream?
Nope.
Shauna said the butter, maple pecan, and milk and cookies. See? Lisa said, I'm hoping to try the banana nut at KetoCon this year. Maybe I'll bring in a Ziploc bag and hope for the best. My shifts are late in the day, my volunteer shifts.
Are they even scheduled to be at KetoCon?
Yeah, are they going to be there? Yeah. I guess so, if she said it. But bring a Ziploc bag, at least on Sunday. That's when they do it. And basically anything that's left. I think you were there last year. Didn't you do that? And fill that up.
We're not going to KetoCon. I know that. Mm-hmm. But are we still going to Austin that weekend to go meet up with anybody? Mm-mm. No, because we went to San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Remember, I said it was one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Renee said I did like that blueberry one too.
Oh, that one was good too.
Yeah, he really liked that one.
Good, thank you. That one's good too.
And then Lisa said, "We don't talk about the organs, right?"
I'm not an organ donor.
Shauna said keto brick cow guts flavor. Oh, chocolate cow guts. Sorry.
I grew up eating the bar-esque hot dogs, so it's not going to be any different.
Yeah, but even those didn't taste that good. The brownie batter tastes really good. Again, I was very skeptical because I don't know. I guess I kind of see where he would talk about broccoli, like, oh, put broccoli in this or broccoli in that, or still freaking broccoli, and I don't like it, right?
Right.
And I kind of felt that way about organs. I'm like, I don't care if you grind it up in a hamburger. I could still taste it. I don't care if you grind it up in a meatloaf or you add it to this or that. I could still taste it. So I was very hesitant.
Because you really don't like my giblet gravy.
Oh, no. So I just couldn't do it. And I tried. I will try anything. I tried it. I was like, nope, I still taste the organs. I'm sorry. My regular hamburgers taste way better.
Right.
And then, when we were there at KetoCon and they had the brownie batter, I was like, okay, I'll try it because I will try anything for free. And I tried it and I was like, wait, no, there's organs in this. I am not believing that.
Right.
And I tried it again. And then I just kept walking by. It kept trying. I was like, okay, this is really good. And so we had to get one. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that if you're opposed to organs and you feel like you should get some, that's one way of getting it. Like, especially, excuse me, Laura, you're saying for your husband, if he likes chocolate, mm-hmm. I would go with the brownie batter then. I mean, it is very good. Just like that. And then you could be like, oh, he's getting organ meats and doesn't even know it.
Right.
And then, doing these little pucks to me is a great way of doing it because, sometimes I feel like it isn't so much that we want something sweet or a treat. We're just used to that motion. Like it is for you. Yeah. After your meal, you feel like you need something sweet. And so this is something really good. And it has all that. Now, if someone is new to keto, they're probably going to taste salty with it. Just like, we hear about keto chow. People who are just starting keto will find keto chow salty. Other people have said the same thing about keto brick. I don't find it that way. I don't even find it salty to me. Usually I'll add more salt.
I was thinking, should we go ahead and do that now? But I'm not.
Yeah. And then Laura said, yes, husband loves chocolate. Then I would definitely do the brownie batter.
Yes.
And the chocolate malt. I think that one's good too.
And there, like, the chocolate mint.
Yeah, but I don't think
It's
they have it
seasonal,
right
though.
now.
It's
It's
seasonal.
seasonal. But yeah, I would definitely recommend those two. And then the mocha. My thing is the mocha, it's a good flavor, but it's kind of chalky.
Yeah.
When you melt it down, it kind of has a chalkiness to it. Where I feel like the brownie butter is more like a fudge.
Mm-hmm.
And the chocolate malt is a little bit, but I think of like malt balls. And remember, those kind of had that kind of, not chocolate, but it wasn't creamy or anything when I had malt balls.
Right.
22Q Cat said, even coated and swimming in chocolate, I don't think I could do the keto breaks with organs. My brain just can't handle that.
That's why she was too, till she actually tried it.
That is so mean, Lynn, because I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And when it was released, and everybody was talking about it, I was like, I don't care. I'm not going to pay for those. And I bet I could still taste the organ meats. So yeah, KetoCon last year, I had to eat those words because I tasted it. And I was there. I was being very skeptical. I was like, sure, you can't taste it. And I was like, okay, I don't taste the organs. And I'm like, I must have just got a certain bite. You know how it is. You're like, yeah, just that one bite didn't have it. So I kept. I was like, okay. All right.
The whole time we were there eating it, I think you probably had at least half a brick.
Oh, probably.
If not a whole one.
Yeah. And
only throughout the weekend, I mean.
Right, I know. And I kept eating it. I kept thinking, okay, one of these bites, it's going to taste like liver. Right. And it didn't. So, yes, I had to eat my words. But it is something, it is kind of like a mind trip. So maybe next year, Lynn, when we meet up, maybe we'll bring some.
Oh.
And you can just try it. Mm-hmm. And you can always spit it out, right? We'll bring little pucks. So it's just a little bite, and you could be like, if you think it's awful.
Just don't build it up too far in your head.
Right. Shauna said, I felt the same way. Was sorry when I first tried it. Wish I had ordered more in the beginning. And Shauna said, now I want a brick. Laugh out loud, right? JTQ Cat, I've never even tried a regular keto brick. I don't want to order just want to try them, afraid I won't like them. Okay. And that is something.
If you can wait a year, we'll bring you some.
Yeah, we'll bring some next year.
Because I love them.
Because I feel the same way on a lot of products that if I can't taste it, yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to order until I can taste it, or they give a sample where I could get a sample of it. Like, like the first time with Element, used to, their thing was, you put in a promo code and they mailed you a sample pack and you just paid the $5 for shipping. I was like, okay, for $5, I'll try a sample. And that's what I did. And then I was like, okay, this is good. Laura said you keep in the fridge after you make it into pucks.
Yes. I put this whole thing actually in the door.
Yeah, you'll put it in the fridge to harden.
Yeah. Yes. And I just keep it in the fridge.
Yeah, he keeps it in the fridge, but they are shelf stable because that's how he made them. So if you're not adding anything to it, if you just melt the puck or the brick as it is, after they're formed into pucks, so put them in either the freezer or the fridge to harden up, you could then pop them out and put them in like a Ziploc bag or put them in like an airtight container on the shelf, and they'll be fine. A lot of people store them that way.
Because what happens is he mails them out in the bag. Sometimes by the time they get to me, they'll be in the Texas heat and everything, they'll melt. But you just leave them sitting a little bit and they'll reform.
Yeah.
They won't be as pretty, but it doesn't change the flavor. But now he sent a bunch of like 2 or 3 boxes that were for giveaways for the cruise.
Yeah.
And he did send with some freezer packs.
And I saw the site you can now do that.
Oh, okay.
Tweet to QCat, that'll be a very impressive first meeting. Lynn spitting food out. I mean, you got to make your impressions, right? That's what counts. And be like, well, we'll never forget Lynn. She just sat over there spitting all the food out of her mouth.
Right. Lynn's just a spitter.
L Strange said, at KetoCon last year, I bought 6 bricks or whatever the deal was. Robert is speaking at KetoCon, so I assume the crew will be there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, I haven't kept up on anything going on at KetoCon this year, so I have no idea.
Yeah, because we're not going, so
yeah.
It's off our radar.
Yeah. But, maybe we'll see what happens in the future. I'm excited to hear how it actually goes at KetoCon.
So, Lisa, you need to report back.
Yeah, she knows. And she goes, Bach Brownie bricks, they were so good. I know. They were. And I feel like, was it you? Somebody gave us a brick, too. I can't remember who gave us a brick. But somebody bought a brick and gave it to us.
I know. I think it was Shauna didn't like the blueberry and sent us one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did that.
Yeah.
But I feel like at KetoCon, somebody gave us a brick. And I thought it was Lisa, but I could be wrong. Off topic here, but not for me. Shelly, can you send with Zelle through SoFi? Oh, I don't know, because I haven't checked that. I always send money either PayPal or Venmo. So I don't know. I rarely use Zelle.
I thought Zelle was for realtors.
No, you're thinking of Zillow.
Okay.
But no, I haven't checked with Zelle because I really don't use Zelle. And I don't know. I heard some things about Zelle, so now I'm even less likely to use them. So, don't know. I know they're on Plaid. So if you ever have anything where you have to use a Plaid, it's like the, used to if you wanted to link an account, you would have to set up put in your bank's routing and account number, and then in about 2 or 3 days, you would get some micro deposits. That's a deposit under $1. And then you would go back to whoever you were trying to link that to and put in those micro deposit amounts, and then it would link your account. Well, now there's a system called Plaid, and it virtually takes seconds. And if your bank is in their list, then when it connects, you just sign in to like your SoFi on their. So say I'm trying to link Capital One to SoFi. I would go to Capital One, say link external account. It would ask, come up for Plaid, and I put in SoFi, and it would say, oh, it's on the list. I put in my SoFi information, and then it would it does it all internally, and then it's linked right then, so I don't have to wait a few days.
What time is it?
Is 3:51, so we're about to end this.
We are. So say we gotta have a little buffer between cleanup and coffee talk.
Shauna said yes. I didn't like the blueberry or the banana. Basically, none of the muffin flavors.
Ah, okay.
Lisa said too many money apps. Uh-huh. There are a lot. Laura said, "Gotta go, guys. Hubby's wanting to watch a show. Have a great week. You too, Laura." Lynette said, ooh, I forgot about the blueberry keto brick. That was absolutely delightful.
Right? It really is. I forgot about it too.
And Shauna said, yeah, I have my 2 banks connected now through Plaid. Yeah. And so we, like the company I work for, also uses Plaid. And we had some customers because we turned off, apparently, this is a Fed Treasury thing. All banks have to either allow manual linking or use Plaid or both. So for a while, when we first started using Plaid, we turned off manual funding because a lot of fraud does happen that way. So we had turned it off, but we just turned it back on May 1st. So that made my work sister happy because the little town bank she uses that only has like 2 locations.
Well, only 2 employees.
Right. They weren't on Plaid. So a lot of small banks are not on Plaid system. So she could never open an account as an employee with our company because her bank was not on Plaid. Well, now that they reopened manual funding, of course, we knew about it as employees a few days ahead of time. She's like, yes, now I can finally open my own employee account and start my HISA. And so, but she's been having trouble linking that because she put in the wrong email. And I don't know, there's some things. So it is taking a while because manual funding takes a few days. Whereas, like mine, when I opened up my HISA, I was able to both get Heath's SoFi, my Capital One, all linked through Plaid, and it just took a few seconds. So it was really nice.
And yours also, or mine, I guess, works almost like a federal credit union, because usually I remember when I used to be a member of that, we get paid early.
Yeah, SoFi pays you up to 2 days earlier. So Heath always gets his check Wednesday evenings.
Mm-hmm. Occasionally Thursday morning, but yeah.
Yeah. Mine, because I don't use SoFi, I get mine Thursday morning through my bank account.
That's early.
But then my work sister, who doesn't have, her bank is a country bank, she never gets her money until Friday. Mm-hmm. So she's the last one out of everyone to get her paycheck. I just think that's funny. Shada said, well, I'm just about ready to close my Chase account. Yay! She goes, yeah, my first IHSS came early. It was so nice. I'm going to tell you this, just from what I've been learning, I'm a huge fan of getting rid of big banks. Mm-hmm. Because they don't care about you. Those big banks, they don't care. But I feel like some of the smaller ones, like the SoFis and all that, do tend to do a little extra, right? They're not kind of like Chase, or I would say another WF that is just like, give me your money and we're going to nickel and dime you for anything else.
Right.
Whereas some of these banks are more like, no, we're going to give you some interest back for choosing us. And that's how SoFi is. And Capital One,
tell her it's an extra fee.
Right, exactly. And, I'm happy with my Capital One. I've had it for over 20 years. But I was thinking of opening a cash management account with Fidelity, but I'm still deciding. I want to think things over before I make decisions, right? I'm not going to just change everything right away. I got to really decide here. But I know it's almost 4:00 here, so we're going to call it a night. And yeah, we've got things to do. We got to start on the pimento cheese here in a little bit, and then coffee talk at 5 Central Time. So that'd be 3 Pacific and 6 Eastern. So make sure you tune in to Radical Geek for her coffee talk. I'm sure she's going to be talking about conventions. I'm sure she's exhausted. So be there for y'all to do that. And then one last comment, and then we're going to call it. Renee said, y'all inspired me. I just finished wiping all baseboards, cabinet doors, deep cleaned air fryer ovens, vacuumed, swept, cleaned fridge, and now washing all Hound's blankets. Way to go, Renee. Wow. Look at that. And Elise said, I was mopping the floors and cleaning the kitchen. Well, way to go. That's good. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to wait until the rain is done. Yeah. Because every day I mop the floors, the dogs just track it back up. So hopefully by next weekend, we should be good with rain for a while. And then I can really do a deep clean on the floors. Right. But all right, you guys, well, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And
thank you.
We will see y'all for sure next Friday.
Yes.
And
I'm already excited about that too.
He's so excited. So wait till you see what we do next Friday, y'all. Oh. Bye, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Love you.